What's up, guys? This is Real Estate Podcast, episode 112.
Ooh.
This week we watched Avengers Endgame and Game of Thrones. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
Nah, I'm here with Adam.
Yeah.
Wait for the horns. What's up, guys?
Living life. Showing up and showing out. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
That's what I do.
Getting depressed because so many entertainment franchises or stories are coming to an end.
Dun, dun,
Well,
dun.
It's it hasn't been a bad end though. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So far. Do y'all want to start with Game of Thrones?
Yeah, sure.
So Daenerys gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, she's mad as fuck.
Yeah. She's real fucking mad.
Yeah.
An old worm sniffer
Well,
was
Grey Worm.
Well, I think we're slowly getting close to seeing why the throne room was burned to the ground in the visions that Downey had in season 2 when she was in the tower with the sorcerers.
Yeah.
and they plotting. They're like, 8 people know. Soon it'll be 100.
Well, John.
He don't want it.
Well, he shouldn't have said shit.
I know why did he tell anyone?
Tyrion's right though. Like if they get married, that'll fix everything.
People in the north don't marry their aunt though.
Well, fuck that. He's not from the north. I mean, he is,
right.
but he's a Targaryen, really. So, I think at the end of the day, I think that he will marry her just to keep everything from blowing up, like kind of imploding on itself, because Sansa is already plotting her shit. And I knew that was going to happen. Like, I thought it would happen before the Night King showed up, but Sansa's already plotting her bullshit. And then you've got the spider, old No Dick, or No Balls, whatever the fuck he is, plotting. He's going to start plotting. Everybody's plotting.
Whenever she got up and walked out, he was going to follow her. He was like staring at her. Oh, they were having a good old time.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting along like a big house on fire. It's a celebration, bitches.
I don't know, man. I really think that he's going to sacrifice, even if he marries her, Sansa's going to be pissed, but Sansa's not going to do anything. You know what I mean? I don't think she will, because, at that point, it's Jon's wife. It's technically her sister-in-law, quote unquote, if you want to look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if she doesn't die, or if Jon doesn't die by the end of this, that they'll end up getting married.
I think somebody's going to die.
But doesn't it all seem kind of underwhelming
since the Night King showed up?
Well, yeah. I'm having a hard time
getting excited for it now.
Trying to stay focused, knowing that the literal existential threat of the real fantasy element of a fantasy show is now kind of done with. Yeah, Daenerys still has the dragon, but literally all of the more, and I guess that you could chalk it up to coming full circle, like, things kind of being reset as like it was in season 1.
Yeah.
But we've built up to where this ending was supposed to be very, I've always felt that it would culminate to this very grand finale, and instead I feel like that finale has came and went, and now we're just getting 3 to 4 more hours of just, hey, here's what kind of happens after that.
Yeah.
Well, now somebody's got to take the throne.
Well, I like the way that they did it, but also I don't like the way that they did it, because if they just ended the series with them defeating the Night King, if they would have went after Cersei first, took over, killed her or got rid of her, and took over King's Landing, and then fought the Night King, then it would just have ended right there. Like Arya kills him.
I feel like Well, I feel like it would have set up the Arya kill, I think, a little better.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, think about it. If, like you were saying, they go and try to fuck Cersei up, but, you know, pretty much have it to where the day gets saved, the same events happen, but at the sake of half the fucking continent of Westeros. Like, let Winterfell fall, let the fucking Riverlands fall, let the North fall, and they have to battle the fucking dead, like, in the middle of Westeros.
Yeah. Well, it would have been a nice thing. It would have been a nice touch if they would have had a contingency planned for the Night King. After if he would have took Winterfell, if enough people could have retreated, but that would have also, it would have created more episodes where like everybody got split up. You know what I mean? And they all wind up at King's Landing, like everybody, and then Cersei, tries to like they would have. I would have liked that dynamic between Daenerys, Cersei, and Sansa. All three of them kind of competing for, I don't know, being in charge. If there was a threat of, the Night King coming,
A bitch off.
yeah, I mean, it would have made it that much more interesting. But I don't know. It feels to me like them fighting the Night King, and it's amazing that only realistically half of their army was taken out. Like, it's amazing that many people survived. I was expecting less than that. And then Daenerys is like, "No, we're not resting. Fuck that." Like, she's setting herself up to fail, basically. I mean, at the end of the day, Cersei may win. You know what I mean? Like, that may be the end of the show. She may live. She may win.
That'd be fucked up.
Well, it would be fucked up, but also it would show, like, because we're already seeing it now, how Daenerys, her tunnel vision is affecting her judgment.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, like
that's
they're making a point to show us that she's really not fit to be the queen.
no, not at all. And John, he is fit to be the king, but he doesn't want to be the king. I think like it, if you put them two together, like they said, it would be almost the perfect two, like joint rulers.
But the right she don't want to share.
Well, no, but at the end of the day, like, would she rather share? Would she rather share the throne or share the title of being king and queen of the seven kingdoms and have what she calls as a peaceful existence? Would she rather have that, or would she rather get rid of everybody that's going to stand in the way? Because if they do that, there's not going to be anybody left. At a certain point,
It's just gonna keep people lining up. Like, new
yeah,
enemies will constantly keep coming up that way.
yeah. I mean, at a point, she's going to have to kill John because of that. Because even though that he's not going to go out of his way to try to take the throne, her paranoia is going to get the best of her. You know what I'm saying? And then that's going to lead
She's
to
gonna
her
be the
killing.
Mad King.
Yeah, she's going to kill
Queen.
Sansa, everybody.
Well, it's so it definitely highlighted the old that old use, or I don't know what you want to call it. I don't have the fucking terms for it, but where she's basically having the, all right, I'm doing what everyone's telling me, like, and shit keeps going wrong. Like, now it's gonna be now I'm gonna do it my fucking way, and you're not gonna have a say in it.
Which is still going to be wrong. Like, I get her plot. I understand it, but she's not going to be able to win against Cersei's army with what she has. She's down another dragon now. Her entire fleet of ships has been destroyed. Her right hand translator advised one of her, strongest allies was beheaded in front of her. Like, this is just a preview of what's to come for everybody else to a certain extent. I mean, I think Tyrion, I think the spider. I can't think of what his name is. I think these are all survivors. I think these are people that are gonna. At the end of the day, they may do whatever they have to do to stay
live.
alive. Yeah, but I mean, everybody else I feel like is gonna die. Even Jon Snow, he is so like conflicted right now with what needs to happen, what he needs to do, that he doesn't know what to do. I think that's why he told them at the end of the day, because like he doesn't know what to do. And he thinks that like if he tells them this, then maybe they can be a shoulder for him to lean on. But Sansa's not going to look at it that way. Bronn is in another fucking universe. He doesn't know, and Arya is going off and doing her own side shit. So she's not going to be able to be a shoulder for him to lean on. So who does he have? You know, Big Red went back up to the north. You know, and Sam is staying in Winterfell. Like he doesn't have anybody really except for her. So is he going to do whatever he has to do? I don't know.
He's probably going to take the black. He's probably going to go back to the Night's Watch.
Think so?
Because the Lord Commander died. It was that dude.
Yeah. Well, that could very well happen.
He'll nope the fuck out of the politics. He'll be like, I'm fucking over this.
Yeah. And that's what it'll come down to.
Like the battle will be over with, and when they go, "Hey John, let's talk power again," he's like, "I don't fucking want it. Like I'm gone."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because also I feel like Tormund hinted at it where he was like, you belong in the North, the real North.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess they could rebuild the wall, right? I mean, well,
I mean, we still don't know. I mean, we still don't know the extent of what Bran is capable of doing.
yeah,
what's he up to?
he might can will that bitch out of existence.
Well, he says that he said a line that stuck out to me, where he says, I can't remember what character says, "I envy you," and he goes, "Don't envy me. I mostly live in the past."
Jamie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
Tyrion.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, what does that fucking mean? I mean, and then normally you could throw shit like that off with any kind of character, but we're talking about Bran's weird ass take. So like, he could say something and it can mean a million fucking things.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Nobody knows what he's got in mind. I don't know. I just don't see it ending. I don't think it's going to be a happy ending at all. I think there's a real possibility that Cersei's going to
It
beat
shouldn't.
him all.
It shouldn't, man. This show has been nothing but like it's been driving it home that the good that good doesn't always prevail.
No, it doesn't always prevail, but I mean, everybody wants to think that the good guys are at least going to win. And if you think about it, the good guys have already won. You know?
Yeah, and thus my problem with these last few episodes. I'm still gonna watch them. I'm still gonna enjoy being in that world, but it's just really hard to see how they are gonna be able to top.
The Long Night.
Like I feel like, yeah, the only way they could top that, I feel like, is if they go the weird Bran route and start having him do just all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like one of these next, or maybe the finale is gonna build up to it having just like Bran doing his weird shit and you getting to see what he's been doing.
That would be kind of interesting.
Like why the hell did like why during the Long Night did he just nope the fuck out for a little while? Like what did he do? Yeah, like what the fuck was he doing?
There's no telling.
Something for a long ass time.
Like he's meddling with something, and I don't know. Like I just feel like with what he's doing, I feel like he's establishing some sort of loop.
Well, do you think that I know we'll get into this later, but when he goes into the past, do you think that there's anything that he can do to change the present? You know what I'm saying? Does that
Yeah.
make any sense? Like I don't if he goes back in the past, like most of the time people can't see him, right? The Night King saw him, but most people can't see him. But what if he goes back and he gets the ability to and he fucks something up even worse than it already is?
Well, I mean, I think that's possible because it does show that he's capable of, like, he's able to jump back and then still jump into people's bodies and do just really strange shit.
Yeah. That'd be interesting, you know? I'd like to see I hope that his arc has a strong end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's always been one of the more mysterious of all of the characters throughout the book as well, because he, I don't know, his arc in a weird way carries such a scope that the rest of the show doesn't try to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get the whole idea of, like, you know, the scope of the battles and all of that. Sure, that's you know, all fine and dandy, but with Bran, his character deals with so much lore, with him being, you know, the Raven and everything,
Right.
and it's just it'll be interesting if we can finally get just like we can get it to where it's just no more vague sentences, and it's like, well, we're like, he's gonna one more good down the rabbit hole with Bran's perspective would be interesting.
Yeah. But where else is there to go at this point?
If they
Like
don't show us what the fuck he's been doing, I'm gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a strong possibility that they might not, you know, unfortunately. But I mean, if he goes back, because if he goes back, what more information could he find that would be of use to them? I mean, other than isn't there all those barrels of that green fire shit
Yeah,
under King's
it's
Landing?
still under. Yeah, it's still under the whole city, I believe.
So I mean, he might can find out about that, but King's Landing is not going to fucking survive. If those dragons start breathing fire on shit, that shit's going to fucking burn everything to the ground. You know?
mm-hmm. But we only got one now.
Yeah, I know. So,
That motherfucker got fucked up. Didn't see that coming.
no, I wasn't expecting that shit to happen. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad it did. I know that's kind of a cynical point of view on
Yeah.
it, but like,
I knew one of them was gonna die.
well, Cersei needed to show her fucking strong dick.
She
you know?
whipped it out there, dude.
Yeah.
Killed a dragon and chopped that chick's head off. Checkmate.
Yeah. So.
Your move. I'm surprised she didn't try to kill him while they were all standing there.
Yeah, for real.
I would have.
Well, I mean, what are some spicy speculations here for because we've only got 2 episodes left, right?
Mm-hmm. 3 hours.
So, yeah. So I mean, what other than the battle that's gonna undeniably happen? What do you think is gonna? I think Jaime is going to do the Lord's work.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody kills that bitch, it's gonna
gonna
be him.
and that's
I
why
think
he's
he
going there now.
I think he was just telling, what's her name, Brienne.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just telling her that shit so that she would kind of get over him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he's not coming back.
No, he doesn't
Like,
think he is.
Well, I don't think he's going to, I feel like he's going to die trying to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if that's, by any means necessary.
I knew when they were sitting there drinking, I was like, he about to lay some pipe.
Oh, yeah, he did too, didn't he?
Shit, I sword.
I mean,
can we take a second to say that as far as these last 2 episodes, Clegane Bowl is still fucking on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because when Arya goes up to the Hound, and she's like, you going to King's Land? And he's like, I got some unfinished business there. Like,
He's got.
I think he's gonna go he's gonna fuck his brother up.
Yeah.
The cunt.
What do you think she's gonna go there? I mean,
I feel like if Jamie or Daenerys doesn't get to Cersei, Arya's going to. Yeah.
Damn, they can't let her have all the glory.
well, she's a badass though.
Yeah.
I mean,
They might.
She kind of. I don't say she she kind of deserves it, but not. I mean, she's been through fucking hell since everything happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Cersei's character needs to be completely and utterly destroyed in order for me to feel satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, in a weird sadistic way, her character needs to fucking suffer. And not just walk of shame, starving bullshit. Like, she needs to get the fucking shit beat out of her.
Well, that could very well happen. I mean, if you had to choose a way for her to go out, what would you choose? The dogs? Would you sick the dogs on her?
Pretty brutal.
Would you?
Just
not brutal enough.
I'm not thinking it. I'm not giving it that much thought, but just a brutal, like, deserving death.
No contingency 88 for Cersei.
No,
That's
that's for the real world.
No, that's not. That's too quick. I hope that Jamie fucks her and then fucks her up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
Chokes
that
her
happens.
out
With his dick, with his fucking metal hand.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about this. What if? Oh man, who? Well, what if they found a way to repay the Red Wedding, and they fucking kill her pregnant kid, like shank her in the gut, and pull some like reverse shit where it's like the Starks send their regards.
Oh, that would be cool.
I mean,
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I don't either, but I mean, it's fun to.
I will say this: I wasn't as excited to watch this episode as I was.
I really would like to. It would be incredible if they found a way to prove or show that like the Night King shit wasn't over.
Mm-hmm.
Like that somebody else becomes the
Jamie.
Maybe not even the Night King per se, but just someone takes
the Day
up
King.
by some way or somehow or another. Like evil's not real. It's hard to believe that in this fantasy universe that the ultimate evil is like outside of the metaphor of fucking normal human beings. The ultimate supernatural evil is fucking killed by a shank to the gut. Like, are you kidding me?
Right. Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, once her dragons are gone, that's going to be the end of magic, right?
Yeah, pretty much, I think.
Yeah, I mean, so if they kill that last dragon, then maybe whatever's going on with Braun or Brandon Stark stops happening. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who's to say that, like, if they do kill that last dragon, let's say in the next episode, and everybody that had any kind of mystical abilities that they knew or didn't know about is gone, then it'll just be motherfuckers fighting each other, and that'll be that. Like, it'll be what kind of existential crisis would there be?
Or what if, like since, I mean, for the sake of conversation, like say if the dragon dies and the magic gets turned off, would that result in like the mountain just dying?
Probably.
Because they don't come out and say it, but I would like to think that Qyburn's meddled in necromancy to bring him back.
Yeah.
Well, what about John? Was it magic that
I
brought
mean,
him
yeah,
back?
I mean, well, it was Melisandre, but I mean, she dies, you know.
Yeah, but
if like what you're saying, like if the magic's gone and
Yeah.
Everybody's dropping from it.
Ooh.
What if John dies?
Oh man,
Yeah.
that would be crazy.
Well, I mean, they can say that it's the Lord of Light all they want, but if it's a manifestation of magical abilities caused by these dragons, then anybody that's affected by her or anybody else that follows a deity that uses their powers in their name would then be gone.
Mm,
That would be some fucking crazy
some
shit.
fuckery.
Yeah, right. Mm.
Better not do it to us.
Better not put that evil on me. What about? I want to talk about old dude showing up with the crossbow.
Bron?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, he took a drink of that wine. That's good.
Do y'all think that he's going to show back up at any part?
I mean, if he don't get high guard, he said his fighting days were over, but he still got a few killing days left.
Yeah.
But he came up in there like an asshole, didn't he?
Did he though?
He's like, you're not going to do anything to us. Wham!
Yeah,
Punched him right in the nose, dude. You broke my nose.
It's like, I didn't break your nose. I've been breaking noses since I was your size.
Yeah. I know what it sounds like.
Oh,
Man, he came in there and got the drop on him.
Didn't he though? Maybe that's what put Jamie over the edge though.
That they have to win.
No, that he showed up. That Cersei sent somebody up there to kill both of them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what he was sitting there thinking about. Like, well, if she fucking thinks this little of me, I know they didn't leave on the best terms, but I think Jamie feels like that he would be the last person that she would try to have killed.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like,
she's pissed.
Yeah, well, and he's pissed too, and rightfully so. If my sister tried to murder me with some asshole with a fucking crossbow, I'd be pissed as fuck, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I might have to show up and show out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying.
Well, and it's not just his sister, man. Like, they've had like a shitload of kids together. She's pregnant with his kid right now, right? That's his kid.
Are you
not
sure?
The other guys.
You think so?
She was pregnant before she banged that dude. Right?
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah, because the whole speech between her and Tyrion and all that shit went down before.
She's pregnant before she had. But that dude's going to think it's his now.
Yeah. He already does think it.
He's so goofy looking.
He said, I'm going to put a baby in you.
And she's like, tears.
Yeah. Ooh, there's already a baby.
Be banging the mountain.
Well, I don't know if she can stomach that. He's like a fucking Frankenstein.
Oh, Franken dick.
Piece that dick back together. One stitch at a time, baby. One vein at a time.
I know that.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to cut that chick's head off. I didn't see that coming.
I had a feeling it was going to happen.
How cool was that shot when they turned to the boats to shoot them? That shot where they're following Tyrion.
Yeah, that
Pretty
was
cool shot. He looks so funny when he's just standing there.
Downey though,
like
and when he moves real fast,
yeah, he waddles.
Yeah, he's been one of my favorite characters though. I'll say that.
But something like y'all see how he's acting kind of sketch.
Well, I think he's conflicted. He doesn't know what to do. Just like everybody else. I think that he's telling old Spider that that he's going to do whatever Daenerys wants. He's trying to sell it to himself the way that he's saying it.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to convince.
Even believe what he's saying.
Yeah, he's trying to convince himself that that he's going to do, you know, what she needs done, this, that, and the other. But I think at the end of the day, like if it's him or her, you know, like
it's always
Is
he's
he
always
gonna
rolling T's, you know?
I don't even rolling T. Why? So
we'll see what happens.
I think they're gonna get married.
They got 3 hours to do it.
I think that they'll get married. At the end of the day, it might be at the end of the damn. If they win, it might be then. But I think that they'll get married.
I think at the end of it, we're gonna see somebody standing there, and they're gonna see Tyrion sitting on the bench by the water.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go over, and it's old man Tyrion.
Oh my god. he talks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought I'd die with a
Yeah.
beer full of wine. The girl's lips around my cock.
Come here, young lady.
Yeah.
Give me those lips around me cock.
We're all on our way out. Act accordingly.
I mean, do y'all have anything else to say about it?
Not much.
I mean, we got 2 episodes, guys.
I have no idea what's gonna happen. It's all over the place. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna kill who. It's a real who's gonna kill who. You know what I'm saying? It's a mess.
What if the Night King Terminators himself back together?
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? Like, he just reforms and just keeps fucking going. Finishes killing everybody at fucking Winterfell. I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened in Game of Thrones.
You got that right.
So
you could say that again.
Yeah. A lot of people name their swords a lot of cunts.
I heard terminating Night King.
Yeah.
Like, dun 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 dun.
And he just reforms. It's like, oh god.
And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that was
the Night King.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Where's my dragon? It's not a bomb.
Get your ass to Westeros. Well,
I think a lot of people's gonna die though.
Now there might not be anybody left.
They're just all like what the show's trying to show you though is like, I know what they're doing. It's like the Night King wasn't even the real threat. It was, but
well,
you know, this is the threat.
Well, it's kind of like
it's the Game of Thrones, man. It always goes back to that. It's
kind of like the Walking Dead thing. Like, the people are worse than the creatures that you have to deal with.
Like, they took out the Night King was there to get rid of people.
Yeah.
And now we're about to find out why, because people are fucking assholes.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, they all kind of did deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
We'll see what
it's kind of like the Thanos snap. I mean, really, like, taking out half of the the entire life in the known universe. Is that such a bad thing? I mean, is it? Not necessarily.
What are you suggesting, Griff?
Well, I'm just saying,
Let's find the stones.
This world will be a lot better place without a lot of the people in it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Make a Griffin gauntlet?
Shit! Don't even get me started on my Griffin gauntlet.
Maybe you could dust Rotten Tomatoes.
All right, wait. All right, Game of Thrones. Nah. We'll see what happens next week.
Game of Thrones.
Let's segue into that.
Into fucking Endgame?
Yeah, let's get it started.
All right, before we get started, I gotta be in bed by 11, guys.
We gotta hurry.
We got 2 hours, so
that ain't enough time.
It's we can use.
All I want to say is I was right
about
motherfuckers. I said Iron Man was gonna die like 100 times over the last year.
Oh yeah, that's true. You wasn't wrong.
I said it.
I was kind of expecting it though.
Yeah.
A lot of people were surprised, bummed out. People were crying in the movie theater.
It was sad.
It was sad, but I mean, I feel like everything leading up to this was just to build it up. Him getting stabbed in Infinity War, him on the spaceship and almost, running out of food and oxygen. Like, the last couple of movies was really building. I mean, the whole time it's kind of been building to his death. In reality, like him seeing the Avengers in that vision sequence that he had, like all this stuff happening. It's kind of been building to like he's gonna have to do what he's got to do, the ultimate sacrifice.
I kind of figured that was going to happen when they come to see him when he's in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah,
everybody's like lake life now. All of a sudden, like we were at
yeah,
the city,
right.
might as well. But
they moved down the road from you. You're like fucking these motherfuckers.
When they were trying to get him on board, and he was like, "I have everything. I didn't lose my family. Like I don't want to risk it." And I was like, "Oh, he's gonna risk it and die for sure."
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the only way. That's what needed to happen. I mean,
talk about how fat Thor was,
dude.
The whole movie.
I'm so fucking glad that they did that.
Yeah,
like
fat Thor.
Fat Thor. Every time that anybody's like, "Oh, has it got fucking Thor in it?" I'll go watch it. Has it got Thor in it? He's so hot. Like you hear from 90% of the women that watch any of the Marvel movies or anything, it's never any of the other characters. It's always Thor. And that they do that to that character, I was just
I didn't
like,
see that coming, dude.
I didn't either.
He was rocking hoodies the whole time and sweatpants.
He looked like fucking Kev Smith. I think that's what they based it off of,
shit. What was funny though is like you got the Hulk riding in the back of that truck, holding his legs, like on his way to
it's dragging.
Yeah, on his way to get. I didn't know where they were going, and they were like, he only comes out
or how about
supplies.
Or how about when they do the time travel when they're back at New York, and Hulk tries to. He starts like barely pushing the car, like
That's what you were talking about, Travis. So a lot of people had problems with the way they did him. I didn't mind it. It bothered me.
I liked it. I liked the way they did everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, where
do you even start?
Well, the Ant-Man.
I really like with the Hulk. I loved how the most unpredictable Avenger got to do what he did.
Yeah.
With who?
With the Hulk.
Oh.
I mean, he saved them.
Mm-hmm. Well, the rat saved everything. The rat saved the world.
Yeah.
If that rat didn't walk across that thing and cut it on, I mean, what are the odds?
Yeah.
100 to 1.
100 to 1.
Acid. I mean, what are the odds that rat cut that thing on and stepped on that button and he popped right out?
I love how it even called back and showed it showed the sorcerers doing straight up work in the Battle of New York in Avengers 1.
Yeah. That was
all those callbacks were amazing.
Oh man, every fucking movie. If you sat through it, this movie rewarded you for it.
Yeah, like that scene where he's standing, Iron Man's in the lobby, and you could see Thor and Loki and all them talking. I'm like, oh shit, they're like,
they're hanging out.
Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy.
They're cutting up, having a good old time,
Silly goose time.
I like Hawkeye's story a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so glad. Like, I've never been the biggest Hawkeye fan.
How he just went fuck you after the snap.
Well, what was crazy was he was standing in his yard, and he turned around, and when he turned back around, there was just dust, and I was like, oh no, whole family's gone.
That's devastating.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and then him like going on his damn rampage. It was so awesome.
See, and I had no idea where they were going with this, and I'm like, oh, so they're going to find every stone in time and go back and snag it. And then they were talking about, well, the soul stones on this planet, that's where Thanos, killed his daughter. And Ant-Man went, not it.
Yeah, right.
Dude, that was sad as fuck, man.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, Hawkeye was like, man, I was like, let him do it. Because she loved him like more.
Yeah.
It had
She
to be
did.
her.
Yeah. Well, he kind of cut everything off though.
Yeah.
So I don't think even if he would have done it, he had enough in his heart or soul to
Yeah.
be.
It had to be her.
Yeah. Had to be. But I'm glad that
That was fucked up.
How intense was it when Thanos straight warps into fucking Endgame and starts lighting fucking Avenger headquarters the fuck up?
Fucked it up bad, dude.
yeah.
Ant-Man
I
standing
love
at the window and he said, "Hey guys."
Like that motherfucker had plenty of pylons.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he though? Proxy pylons for days. I like how that sequence went down. I like how they it happened, and then here comes fucking hell. Here comes the devil right behind you. No time to rejoice. I mean,
I really like how they did Thanos in the movie.
yeah,
Going from, all right, I'm gonna wipe out half the universe for the betterment of mankind to, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna kill all of you.
Yeah, he said
motherfuckers.
he's going to snap everyone out because
Fuck
he's like,
your time.
that speech he gave him.
Oh, where he sends it off with I'm going to enjoy this.
yeah.
He's like, normally I don't give this shit much thought, but I'm gonna enjoy tearing your planet apart.
Yeah.
Let's start here though. Oh, go ahead.
Well, but the thing with that is like, I mean, Nebula was there for a lot of that stuff that happened. Like in Infinity War, he really felt like he was doing the world a favor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think awkwardly in Infinity War, you kind of root for him
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But because of what they did, because of them, basically showing up and killing him. I don't think if Nebula would have been there when they showed up and
that
killed him,
everything up.
That put him in fucking overdrive mode.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah, and that's what did it for him.
What a great way for him to that was really good. The way they're like, we're gonna this is how he finds out.
Yeah.
They're they got her on here. A memory pops up. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit! Now we don't even know what timeline he's from. Here he comes.
Yeah.
They gotta fight him again. That badass was fucking badass.
Because from the first 10 minutes when all that shit goes down, I'm like, how we still got 2 hours and 45 minutes? Like, what the fuck is about to happen?
Yeah.
That's what sent Thor into depression.
They killed him dead as fuck, dude.
I really like the angle that they took Thor from that.
Yeah.
Because he was crying.
You take a literal fucking warrior where his death should be nothing to him.
Yeah.
With the right cause in mind, you know what I mean? And it goes down and all that stuff, and it fucks him up.
Mm-hmm. He was having a good time though. They came in the house and he's like, "You guys here to fix the Cinemax?" And he's hanging out with the dude from Ragnarok, the other guy, and they're like, the Wi-Fi password. What did they say the Wi-Fi password was?
There is no Wi-Fi password.
He said, he's back, and Thor came over there and got the damn thing.
Yeah.
I'll come to your basement, rip your arms off, and shove them up your ass or something?
Yeah.
Go cry to your mom.
I like how
little kid.
When they went back to the setting of Thor: The Dark World, he talks to his mother, and before he leaves, he just checks, and that hammer shows up, and he's like,
still
got it.
Yeah, still worthy.
Which leads to what Adam was about to talk to.
Huh?
When Adam kind of said a second ago that battle sequence, I think we should segue into that now.
You mean fucking Captain America? Dude, when when he turned around and he had that hammer, Thor went, I knew it.
Yeah. I was not expecting that to happen.
No, dude.
Like, not even a little bit. And the way that he was like throwing the hammer, hitting the shield,
twirling it.
That fucking combo was off the chain.
He said,
dude.
"You take the little one, give me the big one."
He's okay with it though, you know. Like that was such a good thing that they did there. Like, I'm so happy that they did that for Cap. Like, dude, that fight between Captain America and Thanos, just them fighting it out,
it was badass.
I could watch 4 hours of that fight just extended out because it was so well choreographed, man. It was so good.
He fucked that shield up.
Like you. And I mean, and after that, the battle and the beatdown happens, and that 11th hour hits, and we get Cap standing in front of everybody, or in front of the Thanos and the army and everything, and then we suddenly hear "On your left."
Yeah.
That
Black Panther steps out.
And you're like, God fucking damn, here we go.
And they're like,
this is it.
And I'm like, oh, shit.
They brought everybody, dude.
Like if for some reason anyone at this point in the movie was fucking feeling sluggish in their seat, like, they fucking snapped to attention. You up.
And there was like 45 minutes left.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, already?
And that was fucking all of it.
Spider-Man was like, he's like, I don't know what happened. I disappeared, and then I woke up, and Doctor Strange was there. He was like, come on, we got to go.
He said it's been 5 years.
Yeah. Dude, if he looked at that picture, when he picked that picture up of him and Spider-Man, and that little thing was upside down. Did you see the little?
Yeah.
He looked at that picture. That was the one. He was just like, damn it. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
Sacrificed himself.
And it's amazing.
I mean, for anyone that's ever liked comics, read a comic book, just superheroes in general, just all that shit, just anyone who's ever been into any day-saving book, when the good side rolls up finally, the bad side's lined up and everything, like, dude, that little glimpse in that movie is what I think every superhero movie fan has been wanting for so long.
Yeah.
And they fucking delivered it.
They delivered, dude. And I said, where the fuck is Captain Marvel? Like 10 times. The fuck is Captain Marvel at?
Oh, she showed up.
She showed out, dude. She fucked that ship up.
I really like how they did her. I mean, I was expecting her and Thanos to fight longer because when he pulled that fucking stone out of that glove, the power stone, and hit that bitch with it, holy hell!
That was like, fucking awesome.
I know, dude. I was expecting like a fight. Like, he keeps pulling different stones out, and I mean, that's the only way Thanos would have been able to match up with her abilities. And that would have been a fucking awesome fight if it would have went on for about 10 minutes longer. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
when she gets him in the glove grip and starts playing Mercy with his ass, I was like, like at that point in the fight, so much awesomeness had happened that I'm sitting there like going, rip that fucking gauntlet off, like fucking yank that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's the chick, the red eyes?
Scarlett Witch.
She rolled up.
Yeah, she showed up too.
She sure did.
She
beat the shit out of him, dude.
She went full Super Saiyan on his ass.
They were just showing like how strong this motherfucker really is. Yeah, everybody got to fight him.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
There's only one person that didn't really get to fight him that I wish we could have saw. Spider-Man.
I was thinking, he didn't get much. He was just running around with that gauntlet.
Yeah. I mean, I
understand.
I understand, like, why Black Panther and some of the other ones didn't. But, dude, like, that was my big thing. After the movie was over, me and Corey was talking, and I said, I understand that Spider-Man he's a kid.
Yeah.
I get it. But when are we finally going to get the Spider-Man fight that we all deserve? Like, because he's one of the most powerful characters. I know we'll get it, but like I was really hoping that he would have been balls out with Thanos just for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, even just for a split second, it would have been badass. Like, just give him his moment where he can, fucking web his fucking arm to the ground or something. But that shot where he had he's like engaged whatever mode.
Engage insta kill.
Yeah, and those fucking octopus arms come out.
I feel like
little spider arms and start poking everything.
I feel like the scene with him holding the gauntlet, going through the fight, piggybacking off of like different people and all that shit. That was like, to me, it's like that 5-second clip is like, hey, what's the MCU like?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or what's Marvel comic books? Please watch this part.
Yeah.
I felt like Spider-Man hopped on the back of that horse and was like, "Hi, I'm Spider-Man." He's just so happy-go-lucky.
It was great seeing the most famous face of Marvel Comics, which is fucking Spider-Man. It doesn't matter how much Robert Downey Jr.'s done for Iron Man, none of that shit. For as long as I think most people who's been into this shit pre-MCU, everyone knows that Marvel is like Spider-Man's the face of Marvel.
Yeah.
And to have him in that scene and have him do that, I just thought that was a very a great creative decision, pretty much.
Yeah. I agree. I mean,
let it be through the eyes of him,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like him showing you, like, everybody and everything that, like he's your escort in this mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, I mean, just about any time you're watching the MCU Spider-Man, or hell, Spider-Man in general, I always feel like you're like the audience is just kind of hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you obviously have that feeling with anything, but like, I feel like that's an angle that the actor takes to make it feel like the audience is fucking just there with you,
Yeah.
Tony Stark seeing his dad. Wasn't
oh
that
my God.
A little heartfelt little moment there? Like,
yeah. That was.
And what he said before he got in the car, he's like something about him being like, he's my world or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Do anything for him.
He said the kid's not even here, and I would already do anything for him. Yeah, man, that was something. You know what I'm saying? Like it fucking grabbed me. You know what I'm saying? Like him going, because he wasn't expecting that shit.
No, he didn't know he was gonna run into him.
No, and then like the whole, I mean, you see it in other Iron Man movies. Like he's always tried to be better than his dad.
Mm-hmm.
But even his dad tells him, he's like, I'm gonna do my best. If it wasn't for his dad being the way he was, he wouldn't be the way he is.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's so fucking awesome, man.
All of
that part. Yeah. So Hulk. Well, let's wait for that. So Ant-Man gets kicked out of the what is it? The quantum realm.
Mm-hmm.
And
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no idea what's happened.
He has no fucking clue, and 5 years has passed. I like how they did the time jump.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that they showed up to Thanos and they fucked him up. And it's amazing that he used the stones to destroy the stones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never thought that shit would have happened at all,
Mm-hmm.
But Ant-Man was the one who set everything in motion.
Yeah,
like
a rat, but
well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like the idea of like using the quantum realm as a way to
time travel.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man fixed it.
Yeah.
What was funny is when they were making that thing, it was Rocket. What was it? the Hulk, and then somebody else was standing there with him, but they were putting that thing together, and he went boom. It was so funny.
I'm
There's
so
a lot of
glad
funny shit.
Paul Rudd was in that fucking movie.
Yeah,
I'm so glad the Iron Man, because he kind of filled the Spider-Man role a
You got
bit.
a great ass,
little...
Captain. That's America's ass.
There was so many good parts of that movie.
When he knocked himself out, he's like, I found Loki. He's like, motherfucker, I'm not Loki. He should have. Well, he told him Bucky's still alive.
Yeah.
And he's like, huh? Loki doesn't know anything about that. But he knocked him out, and he's like, that is America's ass.
Yeah.
You could tell he was like, everybody, like, he's a little starstruck when he saw the Captain. You know, he's like, oh shit, it's Captain America.
Yeah. The Time Heist stuff was great.
Yeah.
Like them splitting up. I'm glad that they used Thor: The Dark World, because it's one of most people's least favorite Marvel movies. Which I enjoy Thor: The Dark World. I enjoyed it a lot. So, but I'm glad that they used that as like that to get the ether.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how you see all these different things from different points of view, like Star-Lord dancing around at the beginning of
it was like with Thor: The Dark World. It's almost like Marvel Studios was like, yeah, that movie exists. You better fucking watch it to understand what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man.
But I mean, those articles were right though, man. Like, there's really. They've got it fixed in such a way that these 20-something films, they're probably never going to be rebooted. Like, these movies they will stand the test of time, and
they will.
Yeah.
This movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
There's really no way
to say about it.
Nothing
like,
for
bad
real.
To say.
And I mean, it's crazy that a movie that the movie doesn't take itself too seriously. It doesn't hold its own logic to a T.
No.
And I like that. I mean, comic books don't. You know what I mean?
I like when they were talking about time travel, and he's like, "Yeah, but why don't we just go back and kill baby Thanos?" And he's like, "That's not how time travel works. It'll just split." He's like, first of all, that's fucked up. Second of all, it's not how time travel works. And he's like, "You mean fucking Back to the Future lied?" And he's like, he was like, all these like time movies, Time, something time, Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh yeah. Oh, was it War Machine?
It was. He said Hot Tub Time Machine, and he's like, yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine. He's like, that's not how time works. And I think they're right. Like, if time travel's a thing, that's how it works. Like, if you go back and change something, it's just a split.
Like, you can't change your own timeline. No. Yeah, like, you're just going to experience a new timeline somewhere.
Yeah, it just splits. And that's why that was cool, that conversation between Bald Chick and him. He's like, please, I just need a stone for a little bit. And she's like, you're going to fuck my time up, though.
Yeah.
What about my time? What about all the people here?
Yeah.
Dude, she hit him so hard. She knocked his soul out of his body.
Yeah, right.
Right, Hulk just falls over like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I really loved how they hint that, like, Strange is just OP as shit, because even the Ancient One, before Doctor Strange becomes Doctor Strange,
knew who he was, because she said, you're about 5 years too early. He's across town performing surgery right now. And she knew who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, she was well aware of what and it's probably what forced her to be even harder on him in Doctor Strange when it happened. It makes sense why she was. She knew she knew he had to fucking get drugged through the ringer.
Yeah.
But yeah, when she goes, like, he's gonna be the best of us, like, if he fucking gave the stone up, like, unquestionably, she was like, fuck that, take it.
Oh yeah, as soon as he said that, she was like, oh, well, something's up here. Like,
yeah,
that's all it took. Good thing he said that.
I know, right?
She would have knocked his soul out of his soul. Like, if she'd have hit him one more time, like,
and he would have fucking been in particles at that point.
I laughed.
Um,
I teared up.
yeah, man, I got
It's a
sad a
roller
couple
coaster of
of times.
emotions.
It really was. But
It hit all the hallmarks of what should be a good movie, or at least good entertainment.
I don't
yeah,
know if they'll ever top. I know they're going to keep making them. You know, they're going to keep making them and doing stuff. But this whole, 20 films?
did
It's going to be
22.
hard to
Yeah.
top that, dude. What they
Yeah.
did here is going to be
Uh,
really
And
fucking
hit,
hard to top
and
forever.
even an even bigger question I think is now that this story's come to a close, do you guys really feel like y'all could be for another 10-year build up to another big event?
I mean, I'll watch
Yeah.
them, but they're not ever going to top this. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think. I mean, so you like we won't be watching them with as much bated breath as we have up to this point.
Well, it depends though. It depends on what route they take,
Mm-hmm.
who they bring over. Because my thing is okay, if the next major villain is going to be someone like Doctor Doom, or Galacticus or someone like that, then yes, I will be as excited. Like that's the thing. Who's going to be the next villain? And it's probably going to be 5 years before we even find out who the next main villain is. But we'll get context clues throughout it. Like if they bring in the Fantastic Four and do them right, if they bring in the X-Men
X-Men.
and do them right, like these, if they keep Spider-Man, if they possibly bring over, Venom and other people like that into this universe, like, see, a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of the characters that I very, very, very much enjoyed in comics haven't even been
Nah,
introduced
dude.
into the Marvel universe yet. So to say that I won't be as excited or as impressed or anything. I can't say that now because if they
You're still on the best is yet to come kind of wagon.
it depends though. I mean, I think that the next best villain that they could go with would be like Doctor Doom, someone of that caliber. Like just because he's so complex as a villain and he has enough longevity, I feel, to hold it, to keep it interesting and to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even to the point with any more cosmic villains that may show up, may arise. If they, I mean, just imagine if they do Fantastic Four, they and they do it right, where you actually see Doctor Doom as a good guy, as a human individual that is wanting the best for the world, and you see his descent into madness and his descent into this dark way. Like that would be even more of a complex villain and a more interesting take on a villain than Thanos, because I mean, think about it, we really didn't get to spend much time at all with Thanos, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think. Like if they go that route with it, to where it really, I mean, Thanos had a lot of people questioning their, you know, is it technically wrong for half of the population to disappear? A lot of people question themselves on that. But if you have a human that can like make you feel some kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
like what they're doing is it really wrong? Is the way that he's going about it just the wrong
He
way to
wasn't
go
a
about it?
terrible guy. He was just trying to. I mean,
That's yeah.
he's like a good
And
bad guy.
and I think that we can get that of somebody like Doctor Doom. I think there's a lot of villains in the MCU that we can get that out of, that they can deep dive on. That's the biggest thing that I wish that we would have had more time with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I mean, I feel like as for justifying Thanos, I think like, I, yeah, you could look at it as, he kind of you can kind of apply the whole Zod Superman speech. You know, Thanos was like, I mean, obviously prominent military character.
Mm-hmm.
His thing was, he was fucking fighting. That was his deal. He knew how to wage a fucking war.
right,
Okay. So he sees what needs to be done and he executes it in the way he's most efficient as.
yeah.
He was just trying to help the universe.
Yeah.
In his eyes, he was doing
'Cause-
something good.
Yeah. But he didn't
Well, I
realize.
mean, he went and did exactly what the fuck he said he was gonna do. He was gonna take out half of all life, and then he was gonna go fucking fuck off on his planet.
Yeah. That's exactly what he did.
Like he literally had no ambition of ruling the universe
No.
like you would think most villains would try to do when they acquire something like the Infinity Gauntlet. No, he just was like, I'm gonna use it, get what I want out of it, and
Yeah.
Well, he even got rid of it because he said something about temptation. Like,
Yeah.
so he got rid of it.
Yeah. Well, and he's a very compassionate villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you look, if you
He's
take
got a
it,
big
and
purple
then
heart.
I like the dynamic change in this movie where you see him just go full evil bastard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get two separate types of Thanos.
yeah,
Thanos.
they shed away the version of him that they were building up to Infinity War, and then they gave us, they had to give us the reason to not to completely no longer side with him.
Yeah. Do you think that they did that like because so many people were like kind of siding with? You think they rewrote Endgame, like his personality, like his
Try to make
motivations
him
and
meaner.
everything? Yeah. Do you think that like based off of how people reacted to like his plot, they might have went in and did
Well,
some rewrites on it?
from the way Marvel pulled Thanos out completely, I feel like if this movie had been a direct sequel to Avengers 1, I would probably agree with you. But I would like to think, man, that they had it planned. They were gonna be like, let's build him up. Let's make the audience care about him. That way, we can really make them hate him.
Well, they did. They sure as fuck made us hate him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but so so Hulk used the stones to bring everybody back, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what me and Corey was talking about whenever we left. Like, we don't know, and the same for Tony Stark as well. But like, we don't know exactly what they asked the gauntlet, what
Mm-hmm.
they asked the stones for.
Yeah.
You know, so who's to say that what is going to happen from this?
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Because he even said he tried to bring back Black Widow.
he just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, and who's to say that, like, I know that, multiverse is confirmed, and we'll get to that in a minute. I know a lot of people think that that's how we're going to get, the X-Men. But a lot of theories also is like when the Hulk did the snap to bring everybody back, that like the gamma put off of it activated some of these dormant genes that these people have.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one of the theories that's
how
how
we're gonna
the
get the X-Men.
yeah.
And
But
one of I think that same
good
theory
idea.
also subscribes that because there were so many snaps that happened on Earth, that's why Earth is the hub for the X-Men,
yeah,
because it's where the most is actually created, because it goes, the snap resonates all throughout the universe, so
yeah,
it's spreading that wave all over the place. So if that's the theory, if that theory holds, then that's how we also get our cosmic X-Men and stuff too.
yeah. Well, and that's one thing that Corey brought up. Who's to say that the snap that Thanos did in space wasn't what caused the Phoenix Force to awaken?
It would be interesting if they take Dark Phoenix and they add that bit to the Phoenix Force.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Like that's why they go to space in general, is because there's just this large thing of radiation that just pulses through the universe. They have no idea how or why, but it's the rip from one of the snaps.
That would
Yeah,
be so cool.
I know. Well, see, and whenever me and Corey was talking about that, I said, well, if you think about it, it makes sense. Like they they shelved the New Mutants, which is being released, and they pushed back the release date on.
To come out after this.
Yeah, they pushed the Dark Phoenix release date back. Who's to say that Marvel didn't go in and add a little to
I
the
bet they did. They
pile?
love tying shit together, man.
Well, I mean, that's like I told Corey the other night. Like, I said, think about it like this. I said, the next big, if the mutants show up, this um, phase or whatever you want to call it, this build up, the closest thing to Civil War that we would be able to have would be an Avengers versus X-Men
Mm-hmm.
crossover, and that could be the splitting point. So what if that
I've
happens?
wondered. Well, with us already having the Civil War movie and those events being made canon in the MCU pre X-Men,
Yeah,
I feel I feel like Civil War 2 will inevitably be adapted.
right,
And in Civil War 2, it's Captain Marvel leading the charge, and that's why I think we're probably going to get a Captain Marvel sequel that is going to be a Civil War 2, and it would be really interesting if they found a way to loosely tie in maybe Avengers versus X-Men and Civil War 2 into some sort of fucking, I don't know. It I could see how it could be utter shit, but at the same time, I could see how they could tie it in with what we have in movie format. It could work, you know.
right.
They
Well,
definitely got something up their sleeve. They've already got some shit planned out, and that's why they purchased Fox. I mean, that's the only
yeah,
reason why they would spend that kind of money to get that. It wasn't for those few movies. They
right.
need the X-Men to keep this fucking money train going.
Well, what was the story that came out a few years ago, or it might not have been that long ago, Travis, about it might have been Civil War. I don't remember Civil War Two, where the universes collided, the multiverse
That
collided.
that's the
So that's what I told Corey. What if this next 10 years culminates to that happen? If we have a
well.
multiverse confirmed, who's to
Well,
say?
here's how that. Well, what's badass is this is how that could work, man. So
Yeah.
it would. So check this shit. So Secret Wars ultimately builds up to what it is that Doom confronts the Beyonder,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to recall it exactly because I enjoyed the Battle World uh, side series that came out alongside the main storyline. But Doom pretty much takes the power of the Beyonder and becomes God Emperor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And fucking like everyone worships Doom. Like there's just this reality where they all think he's God. Doctor Strange is pretty much like his mouthpiece, his right hand man.
Right.
It gets really intense. But he shapes the world as he sees fit, and as those because what it is the what happens is it's a collision of the Marvel universe and the Ultimate Marvel universe.
Yes.
And so we get these crossovers happening where you've got the Miles Morales Spider-Man doing shit and all this, that, and the other. But Doom has shaped the landscape in such a way that patches of both universes can still exist on one planet.
Right.
And it gets fucking nuts because Asgard pretty much is like the wall from Game of Thrones. And so everyone's a Thor. Like I said, like the Night's Watch, it's just like the Thor core.
The Thor core.
Every like there's just thousands of Thors. They're all wielding Mjolnirs. It's fucking crazy. And what they're keeping out is where the barrier sits. It's between the rest of the Marvel battle world and the fucking Marvel Zombies universe.
Right.
So they're trying to keep that contained and everything.
Well,
But,
I mean,
it would be cool if it built up to that. We got, like, say we get our Fantastic Four movie. Doom gets established as a hero, but they kind of give him a Red Skull send off in the first movie where he's not dead, but you don't know where the fuck he is. And so from then on, we get little snippets of, like, what the fuck is Doom up to?
yeah.
Like, why are they keep staying fixated on this motherfucker? And then have a finally a big event where he fucking consults the Beyonder, and they do a cinematic rendition of Battle World.
You know what's cool?
And it could call back to the Infinity Saga because they could have it to where throughout this whole new 10 movie, let's just call it 10 instead of 20, who knows. But say the next 10, 20 movies, it's all about, in some loose form, make those timelines replace the MacGuffin of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
So it's not like the center point is like, oh, it's because they have this artifact, and then by the end of the movie, it's like, yeah, that's an Infinity Stone. Oh shit, Thanos, Infinity Gauntlet, wink nudge. But instead of that, be like, hey man, like we're fixing these rips throughout the universe caused by the snap, and have it to where maybe they think they close it, but like it's pretty much like poking your finger in holes in a sinking ship. Like you plug one, another one pops out. You gotta go plug it.
Yeah. That's the way. That's the way they should do it. And honestly, if I have any predictions, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. I think they're going to go as the midway point will be Avengers versus X-Men, and I think that it will all culminate with Doctor Doom being the big bad, and it will be that Secret Wars storyline. Like that's, I don't know, in my head, in my heart of hearts, in my Marvel heart, I feel like that for real, because
If they find a way to recreate Battle World in cinematic format, that would definitely be a larger scope, or at least stay on par with scope as the Infinity Saga. Because shit gets real when they fucking build Battle World and everything.
Right.
In 11 days, Endgame passed Titanic in the box office. Titanic was number 2.
Is it close to Avatar?
I mean, they said, just for, the projection alone, the fact that it made that much in 11 days, I mean, the movie's going to keep running for how long? What, 6 more weeks at least?
Yeah.
I hope it beats Avatar. It deserves to beat Avatar.
Yeah, it does.
But it looks like it's well on its way.
Well, did you go watch it a second time, Trav?
I haven't gotten to yet, but I'm still aiming to get another watch under my belt before it leaves theaters.
I'm gonna buy this shit on Blu-ray.
Right.
For sure.
I want to go see it again so bad I can't stand it. Like.
And you were right, Travis. It is long, but doesn't feel long at all.
Hell no.
Because you're just like bam, 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 bam.
I could have.
Man.
Dude, I could have sat there for another hour.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I think I was telling Corey Watt the other day. We were talking about it, and yeah, like I mean, the screen could have just kept going, and I wouldn't have got up.
No. It was fucking incredible, man. It's amazing that this came together like this, and a lot of people are having that same sentiment. Like now that Tony Stark's gone, now that Captain America, we didn't even touch on the Captain America stuff yet, but
it's almost like we shouldn't, man. Like that's just you. That's so good. It's so fucking good.
Well, they left it open.
Y'all think that's a movie? Him going back and returning those stones? Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Could it be a movie? Because when he started going in, I was like, oh, we got another movie here.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, at the end of the movie, I'm guessing, because you saw the wedding ring.
Yeah.
He went back and spent his life with that girl, with that woman.
Yeah, so what did he do? Like, was he just chilling at home as a housewife?
Yeah.
Or a house husband?
Stay at home Captain America?
Or was he out, like,
I think after he returned those stones, he went and spent his life with her.
Oh yeah, I know that, but like while he was with her, like did he do secret
I don't
missions?
think he did.
You don't think so?
No, dude. Because he said that like, he's like, he was right. You gotta like have a little bit of time to live. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole 22 movies or however many movies he's been fighting his ass off and doing all this stuff. I think he went back and lived a life.
Yeah.
That's why he's old. The shield was there. He's just like, I just lived.
What did
I didn't know he could get old.
I
yeah,
liked
right.
how Sam was like, tell us about her, and he's like, you know what? I think I won't.
Yeah, that's for me to know.
Like, just it was so good, man. That ending was fucking amazing.
Classic.
What did y'all think of him giving the shield to Falcon?
I was like, oh, okay.
Like, did y'all think it should have went to Bucky or
Nah,
or
Bucky
were
didn't
y'all?
want it.
Man, no, when they gave us the visual cue of Bucky nodding like his approval, I was like,
He did.
I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm cool with it.
He said, how does it
Right.
feel? He said, it feels like somebody else's.
Yeah.
And he said, but
Dude,
it's
not. I clung to every fucking word
Yeah.
of that dialogue, man. Like
Yeah.
at the end, I was like, it was so well written,
It was,
man.
dude.
After watching everything you've seen up to that point, like every word mattered,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This funeral was sad as fuck.
Oh, I know.
So I'm going to buy you as many cheeseburgers as you want.
Yeah. Happy Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that a lot of people think that the kid from Avengers 3, or not Avengers 3, but Iron Man 3 might take up the next mantle of the Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Well,
I was wondering if there's going to be another Iron Man.
He was there. He was there. He was that random dude that was just kind of sticking out like a thumb there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
That
who's
was
this
him.
teenager?
That was,
That's why they show us, man.
That was really that kid too, which is crazy.
Yeah, he's a little bit older now.
Oh yeah,
dude. Whenever Iron Man looked at fucking Doctor Strange and he gave him that look, like, you know what you gotta do.
Yeah.
He said, if I tell you what happens, you won't do it.
Yeah. Well, and another thing too is like, I like how they did Thanos. I like all that, but I also wish that like he could have done what he did to the Thanos of the future that they fought.
Mm-hmm.
Like him, because I watched Infinity War before I went and watched Endgame, and that that whole thing that he tells Tony, he's like, I hope they build statues of you. I admire you, Stark, and all this stuff. Like, imagine that Thanos having that done to him. Like, it would have been a real fucking measure of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like to see him react to it, like that would have been worth it.
Him turning around and everything's disappearing.
Yeah.
And he just sat down, and I was like, oh, shit, this is fucking fuck.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man, dude, he was fucked up, man.
Yeah, he
fucked him up
was
bad.
Well, Hulk was fucked up too.
Yeah.
Like
his arm was in a cast at the end. He had like a sling.
Yeah.
And he regenerates, right?
Yeah.
And his arm was still fucked up.
I mean, it's all that power.
Oh, I knew it, man. As soon as he pulled back and was holding his hand up and had all those things on it, I was like, oh, man, he's about to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that whenever Thanos tried to go snap it.
But when he delivers that fucking line, you're like, oh.
I'm Iron Man.
Yeah.
Ooh,
cold motherfucker,
That was so fucking.
Dude. His eye was bloodshot.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was the best fuck you without saying fuck you ever.
Yeah. I wish you would have got to say it. It was PG-13, right? They could have got one fuck you in there.
Mm-hmm. That was so good.
Yeah. Was people crying when y'all went and watched it? Like,
dude.
bawling, boo-hooing. Yeah.
Oh, man. I heard people. I heard a lot. Dude, I saw a lot of fucking Kleenex, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad.
A lot of snot ringing from their nose, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, I'm sad too, but really, like, really?
It was sad,
It was.
but it had to be done.
I wouldn't have changed anything.
No.
Like I said, the only thing that I wish that we could have saw was Spider-Man and Thanos
A little bit
have
more, yeah.
well, them two just have a good fight.
Yeah,
because,
15, 20, 30-second battle.
Yeah.
Like, got as much time as everybody else got.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, there's not anything I would change at all.
Oh man, Spider-Man coming over to him when he was propped up.
Mr. Stark,
That
Mr.
was
Stark, we
fucking
did
sad,
it.
dude.
Yeah. But I think, and honestly, I feel like I understand why. Like now, Spider-Man is going to have to be Spider-Man without anybody holding his hand.
Yeah.
So
You're
now he's
grown up
actually.
now.
Well, I feel like he's going to actually get to explore his power a little bit more. Because Iron Man kind of did hold him back a lot,
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he's going to actually get to explore what he's capable of. So I think we're going to get like a good Spider-Man knockdown drag out, like at full force,
Yeah,
full
I haven't
power.
seen that trailer yet.
Dude.
Well, we're gonna watch it. Well, let's rate the movie.
I mean, what other rate is there? It gets a Death Star.
Does it get a Death Star or does it get an Infinity Gauntlet?
It gets a gauntlet, dude, for sure. Yeah.
It's gonna be so hard for them to top this movie. Here's what I hope. And they're pretty good about this. DC, but they're pretty good here at Marvel. Like, don't try to top this movie.
Make something
different.
different.
Be what it is. Don't spend the rest of your fucking life trying to top Endgame.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen.
Right.
The way that they just all the writing, man.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. They've linked every fucking movie together, every moment.
Yeah.
How fat was Star-Lord? I was like, damn, you was eating hamburgers where the fuck you went. Man, at the end, that clip though where they're in the ship.
Oh my God,
he's
that
like,
was
don't
hilarious.
touch the map. So here's what's happening. Is Thor gonna be in the next Guardians movie?
I think so.
I think that's what that means, right?
They're gonna be the Asgardians of the galaxy.
He's like, everybody knows who's in charge here. I mean,
yeah,
everybody knows. He's like, what do you guys? Why don't you guys just get a couple of knives and fight it out? And he's like, no, there'll be none of that. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
And he touched the map again.
Yeah.
That was funny, man.
Loki's getting his own series, right? I'm pretty sure.
Dude. Marvel's fucking. They just made all the money in the world.
Let's see, Loki. Yeah, here we go. One season. It's got one season.
The same
6
actor?
episodes. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston.
Fucking right, dude.
It's gonna be. I feel like the Hawkeye series is gonna be what happened between the snap and
him fucking being badass.
Yeah,
that's
I feel like
idea.
that's. And I feel like the Loki storyline is gonna be. It's gonna be a multiverse storyline.
Whenever he grabbed that thing and ran off with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, what are you guys gonna do now?
Yeah, right.
And he's like, I think we can go to this place. There's a time and place. They're both there.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have grabbed more. I would have grabbed it all.
Yeah.
Because he could make more. I would have grabbed all that shit. I'd be like, man, I'm out to lunch. You know what I'm saying?
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I heard there were people that had problems with the time travel in the movie, but I'm like, I mean, really? Like
that made it that much better.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the only way to fix this.
I'm glad they went there.
Dude, Captain America doing fucking after the snap support groups.
Oh, that was
5 years later, that guy was like, I met someone. He was like, I met a guy. We went out. He's like, that's what you got to do, man. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah.
It was like, man, the world is fucked up.
Yeah.
Hulk was loving it, though. He's like taking pictures with kids. And
yeah, right.
He's like, you want a picture with me? I'm Ant-Man. And then
he said,
take a picture with him. It's going to hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't want to do it now.
Yeah. It was great.
How how somber was it that at the end of the credits, all you hear is the ringing of Iron Man's hammer.
Yep.
Yeah.
No credit scene.
I mean, how can you follow it up?
Yeah.
I mean, chills, dude.
Yeah. Who? Whenever before Captain Marvel showed up in the final battle, was y'all expecting anything else to show up other than her?
I knew she was coming at some point. I didn't expect nothing else. I was like, because I kept going,
At
where's
that-
this bitch at?
At that point, man, I was so along for the ride, dude. I wasn't like, there's no way I could have tried to
It
be
sucked
eagle
you
eyed.
in?
Like, man, something's, dude. I
I
was
mouth
just like,
breathing,
man,
dude. I
like
forgot
fuck
everything.
the future. Like I was a little kid, man. I was
For
like, fuck
like
the
3
future,
hours,
dude. Like,
I
shit's
forgot
real
about the
now.
world.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was Saturday morning again for 3 hours, dude.
Long story short, go out and watch this movie. If you haven't already, probably shouldn't listen to this,
Like, yeah.
but
I mean, nah, dude, it doesn't matter.
watch it. Own it.
It,
buy
it
it.
doesn't it doesn't matter if you're some random ass person stumbling across this. You don't even give a shit about that. Like, watch it. You owe it to
Good
yourself as a
movie.
film fan to watch this shit.
Yeah.
And you don't have to watch them all, but I would recommend you watch Infinity War before you watch this one.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It's like you need to watch that one just to see what the fuck's going on here. I mean,
But I mean, both Infinity War and Endgame as a collective one movie, it rewards anyone
if
that
you watch
takes
them
off
all, yeah.
20 movies.
Shit, we've seen them all.
It's like
I haven't seen Black Panther.
It was like it was
Captain
legitimately the movie was almost like a thank you to the fans. Like, here's what you've been wanting. Here are the moments you've been wanting to see. Here they are.
Here's the payoff. All those times you said there wasn't enough action and we didn't do this right. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave you a 40+ minute fight scene.
Ant-Man's
Chew
fucking
on
funny.
that.
Dude, it made me like the Ant-Man and Wasp movie so much more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I didn't like it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it now. Like, and
It really showcases. Wait, do what? Oh, I was going to say, it really showcases how much. I think we got delay. I'm sorry, brother.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it just really highlights how much of a tentpole film or tentpole character they've made Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Shit, what was I gonna say?
You said I really liked how.
Oh, the only thing that I wish would have kind of happened also, and I understand why they didn't do it, but I kind of wish that they would have had like the Vulture show up, and that chick from the fucking weird phasey chick from Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just have them show up and be like,
it hurts.
Okay. Yeah.
That girl.
Well, kind of adding to that, it would also would have been cool to, since they're doing away with the Netflix Marvel stuff for a moment, when they were showing Battle of New York and other perspectives, it would have been really cool at one point if Hulk, or by one way or another, headed to the Sanctum Sanctorum, cut down one of the alleyways, and you just happen to see the fucking Defenders fighting it out in the back.
Oh yeah, that would have been fucking amazing.
Well, wait, no, damn it. Well, no, it had to. Well, maybe at some point later on, because I just realized that's a contradiction, because the Battle of New York is what subsequently starts.
Yeah, the Defenders.
What's fucked up?
Yeah, or at least their cinematic storyline.
There's a whole nother universe and 12 movies where fucking Thor doesn't have a hammer because that motherfucker took it back with him. He was like, "You just took Thor's hammer, man."
He don't
It's just the first Thor movie. Goddamn. No, was that the second one?
The second one, yeah.
It's like, man, he needs that.
I bet he was pissed as fuck.
He's like, "Where's my hammer?"
Yeah. Come on, rabbit.
Yeah.
They kept saying, "Get that rabbit." I laughed so fucking hard.
Thor was funny, man. He's like, I'm having a panic attack. I can't do this. It's like, dude, he slapped him. That was fucking. That Marvel comedy.
Yeah.
They're good. They don't do too much.
No.
They do just enough, and it's like it's good.
Yeah. Man,
Playing Fortnite.
that was so.
He said he's back. He's like, give me the headset, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was funny, man.
I
can't wait to see that Guardians movie if he's gonna be in it, because that's already a comedy. Thor's funny, dude.
He's very funny.
Kevin Smith, like, he was like, he need to make him. Didn't he say that? He needs to be funny, or like they need to.
Yeah, that's
so serious.
That's what made the Ragnarok
Which
happen.
was, I mean, dude,
amazing. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
Infinity Gauntlet, buy it.
I think that at some point we need to do a fucking revisit of the whole.
Watch them all.
Yeah, I mean not on one episode, but kind of like we're doing James Bond.
Well, are we?
Well,
well, we got more. We'll watch them. There's a bunch.
Yeah, I mean we've already reviewed a couple of them for the pod.
Yeah.
So the ones that we haven't reviewed, we can get them and we can just mention the other ones when we watch, another movie or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind because I haven't watched Black Panther or Captain Marvel. I haven't seen those movies. When I saw Black Panther kicking ass, I was sitting there watching it. I was like, kind of want to see that now. Like,
well, it made, which I think Infinity War did a better job at like.
Michonne, what the fuck you doing here?
Yeah, right.
Where's your sword?
Oh, and that was another thing too, like the earthquakes that they're talking about in the ocean. Mm-hmm. They're saying is Namor, right? I think it's Namor.
Who's that?
He's like Aquaman. He's the ruler. Yeah, he's the ruler of Atlantis. So
Marvel was like, we gotta fucking get an Aquaman stat.
Yeah, let's go ahead and set up for it just in case.
Cool name.
Namor.
Yeah, it's cooler than Aquaman.
Namor
Aquaman
the Submariner, right?
And he's like, why would we just call him Aquaman? It's like, yeah, it's a little cheesy, dude.
Right. Yeah, Namor the Submariner is his name.
And he's also one of the oldest Marvel properties, I think.
Yeah, he's the first quote unquote mutant. So
I can't wait to see where this goes. Because they're about to fucking. We ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, baby, I ain't seen nothing.
Well, speaking of ain't seen nothing yet, how about we just kick off our trailer watch and hit up Far From Home first? Because you haven't seen it, Adam, and you really haven't seen nothing yet, dude.
Baby, you ain't nothing yet.
Like this movie is gonna stretch shit open, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ready when y'all are.
All right. I have you guys muted so we don't get copyright fucking strike. Yeah. Don't talk until I unmute you. 3, 2, 1, play. He's so likable. Oh. That suit's badass. That suit's fucking pimping. Oh shit. What? Oh my god. Holy shit. Damn. See, they're already setting it up for another Iron Man. He said it like 4 times. Never mind. All right, hang on. So let me get this straight. Jake Gyllenhaal, good guy. Thought he was a bad guy.
I've
It's like he's a good guy in the trailer.
I think he's gonna flip by the end of the movie.
So who are they fighting? I mean, who are they fighting together? Who's this motherfucker coming up out of the water? Is that him?
Well, here's what I think. This is my opinion. I think that Mysterio is orchestrating all this shit to make himself look like a hero, and but he's the one behind all these villains.
It's a false flag.
To make himself look good. Yeah, and then Spider-Man shows up, and he's
uncovers
jealous.
That.
Well, I think he gets jealous of Spider-Man and loses fucking his mind or whatever. Because that's the thing. Well, that's the thing from the comics and from all the cartoons and stuff back in the day. Like Mysterio would go out of his way to like try to save, quote unquote, save the city, when in reality he was orchestrating everything to begin with. So I think it's gonna be classic Mysterio. That's what I think.
It's got to be
classic Mysterio.
I like his outfit, man, with the helmet.
Yeah.
Looks
well,
cool.
maybe these things that they're fighting in this trailer are the first mutants that we see. Like maybe they crossed over. Maybe they crossed over with Mysterio, and he's like, "Go fuck shit up, and I'm gonna fight you guys, but don't hurt me."
So at the beginning of the movie, you see the Sony logo. So Disney was like, "If you'll let us use Spider-Man, like we'll set you up."
Yeah.
Then you're golden.
Golden.
Do you want to make money?
Yeah.
Yeah, we very much are like a money,
Well, they said that Spider-Man Far From Home is going to end the current phase of the Marvel Universe. So I think.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's like I feel like it's the epilogue to Endgame.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be something major happen.
We're getting a new Iron Man. It's gonna be that kid. That's why he was at the funeral.
I don't think it's gonna be that.
Not in this movie, but.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, we need Iron Man. We need Iron Man. They're like, we're working on it.
Now this would probably be controversial as fuck. But what if they go the route so that they can give Spider-Man back to Sony? What if they make Tom Holland or the MCU Peter Parker? What if they turn him into Iron Man?
I don't think that'll happen. I think that I think they'll bring Miles Morales over and use him as Spider-Man before they turn Peter Parker into Iron Man. You would have the internet would break if they did that. I swear, dude.
They would.
As passionate as I am about Spider-Man, there are people more passionate about Spider-Man than I am. The internet would fucking break. Marvel would have death threat. Like reality. For that's what I think. But I think that we are going to get a reveal big time. Other than because how the fuck are you going to establish in a trailer there's a multiverse without showing either A, Fantastic Four stuff happening, B, fucking X-Men stuff happening, Venom stuff possibly happening, you know, Deadpool stuff possibly happening. I'm just saying there's going to be something massive happen at the end of that movie that's going to change everything.
And who's to say they spend this entire movie on Earth or in our dimension for that matter?
Right. That's true.
Like, what if they do, what's the story where he goes through different dimensions?
What was that? I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of.
Because I feel it's going to establish that Shield, or at least Nick Fury's group of Shield members. You know, I feel like their next big thing now, instead of like dealing with the up and coming Avengers and that whole thing, their next big mission would probably be, since they find out that there's holes in the dimension, I feel like their task is going to be shutting those holes.
Yeah.
And so it would be interesting if they use Spider-Man, if he's like, you know, like with the way they did Endgame, who's to say that the shit we see right now doesn't get wrapped up in the first 40 minutes, and then we have a whole other hour and a half of him doing crazy shit, going to other ones, like kind of doing damage control for some of the snaps.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
Because if they're able to keep that much shit out of Endgame from us, I mean, clearly secrecy is their second thing on the agenda.
Yeah. Well, do y'all want to check out this Rocket Man trailer?
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Let me know when y'all got it pulled up.
I'm ready. I'm shreddy to shrow.
I'm ready.
All right, go. Can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm working with one monitor. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, man. Look at him, dude. Devil Elvis. Damn, did the guy really do the vocals? Do y'all know that the reason he sounds different is because he fucked his vocal cords up, had surgery? He had a problem with his vocal cords. He had something on it, and they went in there to remove it, and it fucked it. That's why he sounds different. Yeah, if you listen to old Elton John and new, you know, his voice is deeper. It's different. Like he can't hit those down like falsettos and, you know, like crocodile. He can't crocodile rock, man. Is this just a song? It is, dude. It's just a song. Thought it was a trailer. When does this come out? May the 24th, the 31st in the U.S. I'm a rocket man. I know that's not the real take because there's no pop filter. Check him out, dude. Big pimpin', ain't he? Look at him. Yeah. Yeah, he's got it, dude. Confirmed. That statue was holding a soccer ball. He did a lot of blow. A lot of blow. He's got a house here in Atlanta. Dude, he has a house. Here's what he does. He tours a lot in the U.S., right? He has a house that he stays in one of his houses every night when he plays shows. He's got them spread out, and he can hop on like a plane, be there in like an hour or so, sleep in his own house. Yeah. Check him out, dude. He hit it. The fuck is he wearing? What I love is this Queen movie kicked this into overdrive. SM57, check it out. The Queen movie did this. They're gonna start pumping them out, dude. There's so many. Can you think what about a Led Zeppelin movie? What's up with that? Let me unpause you. Let me unmute you guys. Let's talk about our band biopics. Led Zeppelin. Like to see that?
Sabbath.
An Ozzy one?
Oh, dude.
And do it Queen style, like from the start. You see dude working, dude with a fucked up finger, like he worked in a factory.
Yeah, cut his fingertip off.
Yeah, they actually said that's where they get their sound kind of because of the way he had to play.
Yeah.
Kind of, made their sound pretty heavy. Have y'all seen the, what is it? Kickstart My Heart. What's their name? The Motley Crue. Have y'all seen that movie? It's actually pretty good.
I watched some of it with Deidre.
What about that car wreck, Trav?
Yeah.
When he looked down, he's like, "You gotta help my friend." It's like, "No, dude, ain't no helping him." I didn't even know that. I didn't know that their lead singer had a wreck when he was drinking and driving and killed a bass player from another band.
Yeah.
But watch out, Griffin. Bass players, no.
I don't want to talk about.
Dude, Machine Gun Kelly played Tommy Lee.
Did he do a good job?
It wasn't bad, man. I mean, he was Tommy Lee as fuck. What'd you think about it, Travis?
It was alright.
Wasn't that bad, was it? It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad, though. The lead singer, boy, you talk about some exquisite acting.
Oh, does he get full?
Well, that scene where he was crying, Travis, holding his daughter, I was like, dude, that was a choice. Like, if I'd have been the director, I was like, peel it back just a little.
Just a nipply bit.
It was cool though, man. They show what was their guitar player's name? Nikki Sixx.
Nah,
Nikki Sixx, right?
He's the bass player.
Oh, that's right. He pretty much wrote all the music.
Yeah.
He was the one, and they show his heroin addiction spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
What's funny is he's in the ambulance. He died.
Yeah.
And he's in this ambulance, and this black dude's they're working on him, and the guy's like, he's gone, man. He's like, he looks at his watch, and he's like, time of death, and he's like, fuck that. Nikki Sixx ain't gonna die in my ambulance. And he stuck one of those things in his heart, and it did nothing. And he grabs another one and sticks it in there, and he raises up, and he goes, ow. He said, he ain't gonna die in my ambulance. It's Nikki Sixx, man.
I'm gonna have to.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to give that a go.
I didn't know they had so many problems. I didn't know that they didn't own the rights to their music, and they tried to get them back for years. They finally got it back.
Yeah. It's a fucking crazy ass story.
I didn't know, I didn't know all that shit.
I did some deep diving on them at one point.
I watched a bunch of their live concerts. There was that after they got clean, they toured forever.
Yeah.
They went on this tour that lasted years.
Right.
So I went and watched some of the videos around 93. And they were killing it, man. Killing it.
Would you go see them today?
Well, they don't play anymore. They
But I
played their
mean, if
last show.
they
Would I watch them? Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, it's Motley Crue.
right,
Lead singer, you know, he can't sing like he used to.
no,
But, you know, I would have liked to have
Um,
seen them in the early 90s. That would have been the time. But, yeah,
right,
I would watch them. Like, say they're
um,
playing, like, it's like fucking, you know, it's right down the road,
yeah.
you know, $20. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I like Kickstart My Heart, Too Young to Fall in Love. What's that, Dr. Feelgood?
Yeah. He's one that comes to feel good. He's the one that make you feel.
They were
Oh,
heavy for the time.
yeah. That first album was. That's
My
pretty heavy
my
stuff on
favorite character on the movie, though, is the guitar player because he's like this older dude. He's like, yeah, it's a shitty band name. You know, he's just, I liked him. Do you like him, Travis? The guitar player?
Yeah.
And he's got
Yeah.
some weird fucking spine disease.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you
He's-
see him now, he looks rough.
Yeah, is he in a wheelchair? Still?
I don't know.
I
When
know-
they did that, he had to they had to prop him up on stage for that last show
Yeah.
they did, and it was a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember. I think I remember that seeing like a build up to that show or something, and
Yeah.
he could barely walk
He's
and
fucked up,
get
dude.
around. Yeah,
But they show everything. They show him, you know, just out of control, banging their manager's girlfriend right before they go on stage. Like, no, he bangs this girl, and then they come out, and Tommy Lee's like, "This is my fiance. We're getting married." He's like, "Oh shit, I just banged her." Tommy Lee's
Wow.
mom's like, "Yeah, what do they call you? A groupie?" She's like, "Your mother's a cunt." He
Jesus
punches
Christ.
the shit out of her, dude. Your mother's a cunt. He's like, "Don't say that." Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly did a pretty good job. Like,
Damn.
I didn't know he had it in him. Like,
Right.
that makes sense though because the theme song for the movie is a Motley Crue song with him rapping on it. Like, he's got a verse.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I saw that pop up and I was like, "Fuck is this?" I made Travis listen to that Logic track the other night.
What'd you think, Trav?
It was all right.
Not bad, right?
Tony
Yeah, not bad at
Montana,
all.
banana
like it.
hammock. I've been sitting around trying to come up. I mean, you can all is if you rap like that, you can almost make anything rhyme.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Again, it's fantastic. Where's my chapstick?
Well, back to what you were saying earlier about musicians that I would
Oh
like
yeah,
to
what
see.
would you like to see? A Rush movie?
Yeah, I'd like to see Rush. I'd like to see Black Sabbath. I'd like to see I want them to get Andre 3000 back and do a legit, like a big budget, not straight to DVD Jimi Hendrix
Okay,
biopic.
because he did a good job.
He was fucking amazing.
And they said he learned how to play guitar for that movie.
I believe it.
That movie was good. What I hated was that it didn't have any of the music. Every time they would start playing,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, come on!" Like
I don't think they had the rights to it, right?
a Bob Marley movie.
I think they're working on that.
Are they? Okay, Marley. I'm guessing that's what they'd call it.
Yeah.
Who else? You got one, Trav?
I had one at the tip of my head, man.
And we're talking
Damn.
big budget,
trying-
using the songs.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it. I'm trying to bring it back.
I would say The Doors, but we already got our Doors movie, and it holds up.
Right.
Oh, if they were to go so far as to dabble with some heavy metal, like some I guess death metal bands, I would love a Sepultura movie
Yeah, that'll get an Oscar.
because the story behind the Caballero brothers and the rights and the way that band has been, over through. I think that would make a good movie.
By you saying that, the brothers. Now I got one. CCR.
Oh yeah.
They had a lot of fallout,
Yeah.
and that motherfucker couldn't even play his own goddamn songs for years.
Yeah.
His brother was on the deathbed, and he went in there, and was talking to him. He's like, "We gotta squash this beef." His brother was like, "Fuck you." He was so jealous of him.
Right.
Because he did all the work, man. Like, they would cut the songs. What's his name? John Fogerty. He would go in there and fix them. Like, he was the one that hung around after hours and fixed everything.
Right.
He would fix the drums. He would do, bass, whatever. He would fix it. Because their recordings are really good. Like, he did some good work.
Yeah, they hold
I'm
up.
surprised. I'm surprised there's not a legitimate Leonard Skinner movie.
Yeah, that would be good. A real one.
Yeah.
Beatles. Where's our Beatle movie?
They were in Dewey Cox.
Yeah, but I'm talking a full blown a Beatle flick.
Know.
If you say them 3 times, if you say the Beatles 3 times, they show up.
No, if you say Beatle. No, if you say Beatle flick 3 times.
And then let's see who else. So many, man. I want them to start pumping them out because I like them.
What about Cobain?
Yeah, a Nirvana movie.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I feel like his estate. He was so fucking weird. He probably wrote that in. He's like, never make a movie about me.
Right.
I know it'll never happen, but even like a Blind Melon movie.
Yeah.
Because he had a drug problem. There's a lot of ups and downs. Like, on the set of that music video for Galaxy, he's like, he just fucked out of his mind. And the director, there's an interview with the director, and he said, I felt kind of bad because I was like, when he came in all fucked up, like I used it, to make the video better.
What about a fucking AC/DC movie?
That I'm surprised that hasn't already happened.
That's
I mean, dude. I mean, there would be the death of Brian Warner, I guess.
And then them looking for a new vocalist and
Bon Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. That would be really
awesome.
Good. Yeah.
There needs to be a production company that does nothing but make these movies.
Yeah, for
real. It needs to be the people that did the Queen movie. Because they did a good job. Well, it's like, the story's already there.
Yeah.
It's a true story. Like,
yeah.
See, usually it's based off of a book.
Right.
They usually take a book and use that as the outline. Like the Motley Crue movie, Nikki Sixx wrote a book, and it was based everything in the movie. What's funny, though, is even in the movie, they'll be doing something, and they'll stop, and he'll like look at the camera and go, "This didn't really happen." You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like they do that in the movie. Like,
yeah.
Like this didn't really happen like this, but, gets the point across.
Yeah. Do you think I forgot what I was going to say. Shit.
Damn.
I just lost it, man. It's been a long week. Well, do y'all want to watch
The
this
Wandering
other
Earth?
Yeah. Where's it at?
Here. Scroll up a little bit. It's the first one that was posted.
Oh, okay.
Actually, okay. So this is a Netflix movie. Is it already out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me know when y'all ready.
I'm ready.
Three, 2, 1, play. Sold American. What do you say? What's that? What's that shit coming off the earth? Love the spacesuit. Oh shit, dude. What the fuck is that? This is Japanese for sure. The fuck is happening? Oh my god. I like that the subtitles are really fucking big. Oh my god. It's just like Biodome. This shit looks amazing. I mean, I'm in. This is what happens when you have too much K-pop. I don't think you can shoot a black hole. Who are they fighting? They're fighting something.
Jupiter's pulling Earth into it.
That ain't good. Let me unmute you guys. I'm gonna watch
This
that.
movie, this movie made a reported $700 million at the box office in China alone.
Holy shit.
Made on a $50 million budget.
How much? What was the budget?
50 mil.
Damn.
I mean, it looks worth a gander, dude.
No, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna gander that.
Yeah.
What's good?
It
for
looks
the
like
goose is good for the gander.
it looks like China's version of Interstellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking sold.
Sold America.
I'm sorry.
You know, that's cool. You want to watch this trailer for Crawl?
Yeah, I mean, not really, but let's watch it because I have a feeling
It's gonna be
it's
fucking
gonna be a
awful.
silly goose time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
Lake
I'm ready.
Placid all over again.
I'm ready.
You ready, Trav? 3, 2, 1, play. Trailer. What the fuck? Paramount. Is it Disney owned? No, it's not that. What is this? Fucking Crocnado? That's even better. Look. Bitch, what are you doing in that basement? Whose basement looks like that? You about to find out what happened. I remember when I was young. Dude, I'm gonna download this trailer and put it over it. It's a hurricane movie. Makes sense though, the water comes in and it's got crocs in it. Holy shit. I'm telling y'all, silly goose time. What? Was he a producer? Did he direct it? Oh, God. Shit, I'll leave. Why is he trapped in that basement? Not a good place to be. Not a good place to be. Okay. Did it say produced by him?
So written by Michael Rasmussen and
Foreign.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Directed by Alexandre Aja. Aja.
It's a foreign.
Produced by, yeah.
He produced it.
It looks like it's going to be worth watching for the kills.
Yeah, for the death scenes alone. The guy's like, "Hey, over here!"
I mean, for real. How many times have we seen a movie where it's like, "Oh man, killer gator"?
Look at the poster.
Let's refer to every sci-fi film from the 2000s.
Lake Placid. Why is this being made? Budget was $17 million. Not bad. Not gonna make that much.
Enough for
it will.
Oh yeah, they'll watch it.
Oh! This movie's cinematography and acting. I know exactly the fucking demographic that's gonna go watch this movie.
Same person that goes and watches
Fast
all
and
those
Furious?
fucking haunting movies. Yeah.
Or,
who is that crowd? Now you
like,
meet that crowd, you see them. You're like, oh, you're the exorcism
bros.
of fucking George Bush crowd.
You know when you see them, and there's nothing wrong with it. But you know the type of individual that these movies are appealing to.
Yeah.
Like they take not thinking and disconnecting to a whole new level.
I know.
I
I
guess
feel
how
like
a lot of
dumber now since I watched that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, "What? We got to put this movie out. We got to keep them stupid."
We gotta keep them stupid.
I'd like to mention this before we end. So there was so much backlash after the Sonic trailer.
Oh yeah, right.
They're gonna go in and change the way Jim Carrey looks. Like they're gonna CGI change him through the whole movie. What?
I thought they were changing Sonic.
Oh, is it
it's
Sonic?
Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was Jim Carrey. So why do they gotta change Sonic? I mean, did he look bad?
Yeah.
Did he though?
Yeah.
He didn't look like Sonic, but I mean,
He looks like a fucking little. What is Sonic? A hedgehog? He looked like a little blue hedgehog.
But people wanted more cartoony.
More Japanese.
Well, not more Japanese, but more cartoony and
Like his mullet's not big enough.
Well, a little bit less realistic is what people want.
Yeah,
like they want him.
Well, he looks like that Pikachu detective movie. So they
But
want him to look different.
Well, Pikachu looks like Pikachu. This version of Sonic doesn't really look like.
He looks like a pet.
Sonic. Yeah. He looks like something you put in a cage and fuck with once a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
because you know the manager.
Yeah. Jesus
that was for
Christ.
you, Griffin.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets that. That's for you.
Jesus Christ, that's a callback. Jeez. I wasn't even.
You wasn't ready.
My brain's broke now. Yeah.
I can't believe that the internet has enough power to go. If you don't fucking change the way Sonic looks, none of us are gonna watch this movie.
Well,
I didn't really care though. I mean, when you look at that movie's gonna be a turd, dude.
But I think that if they make Sonic a little more cartoony and a little more light, by the way it looks, I think that'll bring more people to it. I don't think it's going to be good by any means, but also what do you expect?
I feel like it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be a bunch of semi-redeeming action sequences put over a kid's
and
movie.
Jim Carrey let me show you something.
I mean, because I'm already thinking like, what would be a cool shot of Sonic just hauling ass, and they do a way to nod to on the levels where he has to do like the spiral bridge.
Yeah.
Like watching it immediately put me in Sonic video game mode because I played the games a fuck ton as a kid. We all did. And so for me, I'm just like, I'm looking at a movie full of references. You know, I'm not really looking for. I mean, at the most, it looks like it's just going to be a good family movie.
It
good
does not look
movie.
like a silly goose time. That's for sure.
Like it, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things where Carrey taps into the comedy we wished he would have went back and done, but the opportunity's gone.
Yeah, he's older.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, well, he shoved that "I'm me" bullshit down everyone's throats for years, and now he's gonna suddenly Ace Ventura the fuck back onto the screen in Sonic.
Yeah,
which is,
Like,
I mean, dude, I can't believe they're making a Sonic movie,
I know.
and I can't believe that Jim Carrey is
Well-
gonna be in it. Like,
well, I mean, we've got. I mean, video game movies are still gonna be a thing, man. You can just throw it on the pile with Resident Evil, Mario Brothers.
they'll make another Mario movie.
Yeah.
There's probably already one in the pipeline. But do y'all remember the other night I was doing a little research? Tim, what's his name? Is it something Gunn? What's his name? James Gunn. Didn't he do 300?
No.
No,
That
Who
was
did 300? Zack Snyder.
That's Zack Snyder.
yeah.
Okay. 300 is a good movie. Y'all remember that the motherfucker that was like, "We will kill everyone." You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
This fucking like
Yeah.
talk
Oh,
about fag
Ramses.
swag. Like, do y'all know who that was?
Who?
Dude, you remember in Westworld, the guy that hooked up with the black chick that would come there and bang her? He wore like the black.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
him.
Wow.
Really? We will rain down. Dude, his voice.
Wait, what? What character?
Hang on, I'll show you. I'll show you, dude. Because you have no idea that it was him. Because he looks so different in the movie. Hang on. I got an internet. What was that motherfucker's name? Xerxes?
Yeah, Zerg.
Come on, internet. All right, this is the actor. When you see this guy, you're going to be like, holy shit, that was him? Because I know you remember him. Fag swagging off of that thing. You were going to lick the shit off of my heel.
That was from Dust to Dawn.
All right, here he is, dude. On Westworld. You see the picture?
No.
I sent it in Discord.
That's
him, dude, on Westworld.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Really, dude? Wow. Like,
Wow.
are you fucking serious? You were going
That's
to
fucking-
lick the shit off of my boot heel. Yeah, look at his face. That's that guy. Slow clap.
What the fuck? How did?
How?
Yeah.
And they made him tall as fuck.
Like, that's crazy.
Crazy, dude. I was sitting there watching it, and they cut to the actor, and I'm like, who's this fucking French dude? And then they show him, they're putting the costume on him, and I was like, oh, like, what?
That's fucking nuts.
300 is a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
I watched
But-
a little documentary about that battle, and like, you know how the movie, they were like, they hammed it up a little. It's like, yeah, a little. Who was the main guy in 300?
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, they hammed it up with his Irish accent.
Yeah. So,
I just thought that was worth mentioning.
do y'all want to hear some bullshit?
Let me hear it.
So, Bruce Campbell teases Evil Dead announcement in September. So, Bruce Campbell posted a cryptic image of him as Ash on Twitter, leading to fan speculating a new creative project involving the characters in the works. The filtered image only shows Ash with blood on his face, and the caption merely names the month of September. This has horror fans curious to see what could possibly be arriving this fall pertaining to the Evil Dead hero. Possibly Campbell is just having some fun with the fans, or he's referring to a specific Evil Dead project that has yet to be formally announced. Of course, playing Ash in a new live-action movie or TV series seems unlikely, as Campbell has declared himself retired from playing the character on screen. It's entirely possible that he could change his mind for one more run. However, if the perfect opportunity comes along, he continues to provide the voice of Ash in other endeavors, as the character was recently added to the video game Dead by Daylight featuring Campbell's voice. Campbell has also previously referenced an official Evil Dead game is in the works, and this could be an update on that project. On the topic of video games, it's rumored Ash will be added to the fighting game Mortal Kombat 11 in a future update. In September could be when the add-on will arrive. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I seen it 8 hours ago. He's going to be in the DLC rumors. That'd be badass if you could play as Ash on Mortal Kombat, dude.
Alright.
That's like worth buying the game. I hope that he's not done.
Nah. This is for Travis. I pulled this up for him. So Hellraiser's getting remade, Travis.
Same guy?
I kind of don't want nothing to do with it, man.
Guess who's writing the script?
Who?
David S. Goyer.
No. Somebody stop letting this man get away with the shit that he does.
I don't know who that is.
I don't have a problem with it.
He fucking wrote Blade. He fucked with some Batman.
Dark Knight, Man of Steel, Krypton, Batman Begins.
He wrote Cabin in the Woods, right? Didn't he co-write that?
Why are you hating?
I just don't.
Hating on him? Yeah, dude, it's announced. He's doing it.
Yeah. He wrote the.
Let somebody else take a shot at it. There's so many good writers. There are so many good writers out there that could probably do his job a fuck ton better. I want new blood. I want people our age that have seen these movies, dealt with whatever. Like, let us take the shot and show people what, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He did Black Ops 2,
I mean,
The Dark Knight Rises. He worked on that Godzilla 2014 release. Additional writing was the credit for that.
Well, this is what he said. Clive Barker and I go back more than 30 years together. For generations, his brilliantly twisted and imaginative Hellraiser haunted the minds of moviegoers with its searing imagery of Pinhead. David is a perfect storyteller to continue Clive's vision for a new theatrical version of Hellraiser.
Are they going to use the same motherfucker to play Pinhead? They got to, right?
Probably not.
27 years. Oh,
I just don't know.
Up.
It's happening, man.
It's happening for sure.
Like I envision a Hellraiser that's
rated
it's
R
not,
as fuck.
I want one that's not. It's not trying to scare you. It's trying to fuck you up psychologically.
Well, I'm about to fuck you up psychologically.
But on
dude, the budget is an estimated
levels.
$14 million. Straight to fucking Netflix, you know? $14 million? Oh, that's not
Nobody
good, is it?
Touch.
Nobody's attached to direct. Bob.
I wish they would take the concept of the Hell Priest and Lamarchin's box and make it, and instead of trying to encapsulate the scope of the Hellraiser universe into one fucking hour and a half film, do like a limited series where you just get this fully fleshed out story of the rise of Pinhead, the subsequent owners of the boxes that bring him in there, him doing his Hell Priest thing, and then go into a Scarlett Gospels adaptation where it deals with him where you realize that he's been in hell all this time doing this shit with the boxes, that he's figured out a way that maybe he can leave hell for good.
Right. Well, they've got the storyline. Do you want to hear what it is, Trav?
What?
They've got the synopsis on here based off the script. Do you want to hear what it is?
Yeah.
Do what?
I want to hear it.
Y'all are breaking up really bad. What'd you
You're
say,
breaking
Griff?
up really bad.
I said they've got the synopsis on online if you want to hear what it is.
Do tell.
27 years after the incident with Frank and Julia in the Cotton home, Christy Cotton returns home to attend a funeral of a close friend. During these strange events, her daughter is being haunted by the same strange creatures that terrorized her as a teenager. Maybe attending the funeral wasn't such a good idea, especially when the belongings of the deceased is actually a gift from hell given to the daughter of Christy, aka the box.
So maybe that's what they're going to try to do.
Could be. I'll give it a go.
I would enjoy a sequel to the first Hellraiser than a reboot.
It looks like they're giving it the Halloween treatment. They're gonna just sequelize the first one.
Yeah, bypass all the other ones.
Yeah, which I'm cool with it, you know.
Which two and three were good sequels, but it's all the shit after. Once Clive Barker left production on those movies, it went to shit. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Barker's name was attached to at least the first three movies.
Yeah,
Absolutely the first two.
right. So I'll give it a go when it comes out, if it gets off the ground anyway. Before we go, do you want to hear the next 63 movie release dates through 2027 from Disney?
Oh my God, 63?
Yeah, I'm not going to go over all of them. So this year we've got Aladdin, Dark Phoenix, Toy Story 4, Lion King, live action.
Wait, so Dark Phoenix is being released under Disney.
Yes.
That's why they changed it for sure.
Yeah. It's releasing 6/7/2019. Then we've got this year Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Then next year you're going to see a lot of themes here. Untitled this, untitled that, but here we go. Next year we've got Untitled Kingsman movie for February the 14th. Milan live action in March. The New Mutants is coming out in April. In May, Untitled Marvel film. Bob's Burgers film coming out in 2020.
Oh shit, I'm down.
Untitled Marvel movie for 11/6. West Side Story 12/18 of next year. 2021, starting out with a bang, 2/12, Untitled Marvel. 5/7, Untitled Marvel. Indiana Jones 5 coming out in 2021.
What?
Yeah. 11/5, Untitled Marvel. And 12/17, Avatar 2. For 2022, we've got February the 18th, Untitled Marvel. 5/6, Untitled Marvel. 7/29, Untitled Marvel. And 12/16, Untitled Star Wars. 2020.
I saw where they did announce that the plans for the next Star Wars trilogy is starting, or at least the next chapter.
Yeah. Well, all right. 2023, Avatar 3. 2024, Untitled Star Wars. 2025, Avatar 4. 2026, Untitled Star Wars. And 2027, Avatar 5. So that's what we've got to look forward to from now until 2027.
Disney's
without
killing it.
Without necessarily going off into a full tangent with it, because I know it could be a 45-minute chat that we could have. What just off the top of your head, what would you like to see happen in the next part of Star Wars, the next leg? Where
New
would you like
blood.
to see it go?
Bring in new blood. Right?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of the old, coming in with the new.
Well, I guess to make it more simpler and less of a full blown combo, would you guys rather see Star Wars continue on life after Skywalker, or would you rather see them go to the past and do some old Republic shit?
Both.
Yeah, both.
I think that I think they're going to take the safe bet though, and I think that they're going to continue the story with Rey and whoever else survives the next Star Wars film. I think that's the wrong decision, but I think that's the decision that they're going to make nonetheless, because they
Like
can
let
write.
let Rey end up assuming assuming Rey is not as vital to the Skywalker story as this has happened, because it's almost like there's two stories going on at once right now. There's the whole Rey is in two different stories, I guess is a better way to put it. She's in her own story where it deals with Poe and Finn and all of the new characters that we've been introduced in this last leg of the Skywalker saga.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the beginning of their saga, where the sequel trilogy is like, all right, the Skywalker story is finally over, but these characters are going to continue on with their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that's the safe bet, and that's what they're going to go for. And like I said, I don't think it's the right decision in my opinion, because they scrapped the Ryan Johnson trilogy that they were going to give to him
Quick.
because
Quick.
all the backlash from The Last Jedi, which his stuff wasn't going to take place. It wasn't going to have anything to do with Jedi, anything like that. And I thought that was a fantastic idea, but they were so quick to can that I think they're going to go as safe as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the wrong decision to make. But what can
So
you?
pretty much, are you are you thinking that like the past two movies, Rise of Skywalker is probably gonna have a fuck ton of Return of the Jedi like callbacks and metaphors?
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be the end game of that, right?
No, I don't think it will be. I think that they're going to get it. They're going to fucking bleed that stone as much as humanly possible from those characters that they've created. And I think that
So
that is.
with that said, are you over the concept of the Emperor as a story, or were you happy with the Emperor dying in Jedi and staying dead? Because clearly he's not dead.
Right. I was happy with my feelings on the Emperor is I need to see it in action to to understand how I'm going to feel about it, because they could do a lot of good, but they could also fuck it up big time. You know what I'm saying? And with them basically deconstructing the notion of Sith and Jedi over the past two movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense that once this Rise of Skywalker is done, you cut it off at the head and be done with the 9 movies that we got of this Star Wars story.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're going to drag it out for at least 3 to 6 more.
They're going to drag it out, dude.
And I don't think it's the right decision, man.
It's going to turn people away.
Well, I understand
but
that
thing. Oh, sorry.
Well, I understand that they're developing these new characters, and I understand that they want to get as much longevity out of it as possible. But it's not their story. They're just chess pieces in a greater game that was Luke, Anakin, and Kylo. That's it, and it needs to be that, and it needs to be done.
Preach.
But I think at the same time, while they need new stuff, a new type of story to tell, they can't just abandon the flagship of what makes Star Wars fundamentally Star Wars, and it's Sith versus Jedi. And I think that's the message that got across about the way people reacted to The Last Jedi, which I enjoyed. I was along for the ride.
Yeah.
But I think the whole thing with them bringing the Emperor in, which who knows, maybe in the grand scheme of things, you know, Abrams just was like, even if I got a hold of it, I would still bring it to this point.
Yeah.
Or more or less like, he told Rian Johnson, because I mean, surely there was some sort of contingency, because you're dealing with Star Wars as your franchise. This isn't some bullshit script that you and some buddies had written a few years ago and you decide to change a few characters around and make it this. Like, they had to sit there and plan out what they're going to do, how they would do things to, in the next one,
Yeah.
Or at least Kathleen Kennedy had to have been up to speed on how it would work. Like, hey, get this up. Hey, get this, you can do whatever you want within these parameters, and I'm going to link it back to this in some way.
Well, but that's where I call bullshit. She is so fucked up.
She needs to leave.
Because she is the one that approved that Last Jedi script. She's the one that okayed everything that happened. And as soon as that ship started sinking, she was the first fucking bitch that come out and said, "Oh, well, we shouldn't have we're going to retcon everything. Bitch, you're the one that fucking signed off on it.
You signed off on Solo.
She should have stuck to her guns. And
yeah, she should. You know what they should have done? All right, they should have done the same thing that Marvel did and come out and said, "Fuck you, let us tell our fucking story. You don't have to come watch it. They're going to make money regardless." That's what they should have done.
And because she didn't do that, I don't like her.
Well, now JJ, God knows what, and I'm not saying anything bad about JJ Abrams, but God knows what the fuck he's went in and fucking completely changed, retcon, and just omitted from The Last Jedi. How fucking confusing is this franchise going to be in 20 years?
Fucking George Lucas is just kicked back laughing his ass off. He's like, you gotta be careful with that.
So,
but really a lot of the stuff that could be retconned are things that could be written off in a secondhand, like just some dialogue. Like I feel like the thing with Luke, that's the hardest thing that's going to be to pull off, is to keep Luke as a Force ghost and keep him relevant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I see that as really the biggest hurdle. The smaller aspects that I see the most when it comes to criticizing The Last Jedi, like the whole fucking light speed shit, whether you like that aspect or that little tidbit of that movie or not, or the way they fucking did the bombers where they just, for some reason, missiles fall straight down in space. Like, little shit like that, you can either chalk it up to just, it's Star Wars. I don't know, like with the light speed thing, my main counter for that is, well, they've kind of backtracked and done a good job of setting up for that.
Yeah.
Because they started, because in the story movies, they made a point to put that in there and make sure you remember that shit's getting brought up in Solo and in Rogue.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think Star Wars' biggest mistake was being like, we're not going to adapt any of the canon, or we're not going to have we're not going to work within the novels. Because I think that's what most people were wanting out of this sequel trilogy, was more or less just book adaptations from the Star Wars extended universe.
Right. Well, yeah.
Maybe tweak it just a bit, because people fucking hated that Yuzan Vong shit.
Yeah.
I personally thought it was cool, but the general consensus I took when I started looking into that shit a long time ago is that people fucking hated that plot device.
Right. Well, back to the original question. If they're going to deal with Jedi, Sith, good versus evil, this, that, and the other, they need to go in the past. But also, I would like to see go in future with a different cast of characters, them trying to rebuild the universe. Because think about it. The Empire had fallen, and then the fucking, what was it? The Red Order, whatever they're called, rose up in the First Order rose up in the ashes of the empire. It's kind of like ISIS and fucking Al Qaeda and all that other shit, Al Qaeda and all that
ISIL.
other shit, ISIL. Yeah. So that's what I want to see. I want to see like them rebuilding the universe, them trying to
Put the pieces
create.
back together.
Yeah, and we don't have to have Jedi, and we don't
No.
have to have Sith to do that, and still make it an interesting story. Just like we can go into the past, and we can go back to when everybody was still alive,
Yeah.
and we can make stories about Jedis and about Sith and the
Do the young
adventures and the
version of them.
conflicts. So yeah, so we have room for both. But like I said, I feel like in the future that they're just going to take Rey, Finn, and the rest of the
They're gonna
characters.
wear that out, dude.
It's going to be
They're
fucking
gonna
aggravating.
wear it out.
Yeah. I mean, once Kylo's gone, if he dies or whatever, if he switches sides or whatever happens, who and the Emperor is still alive and he's the big boss, then who the fuck do they have to fight after him?
Yeah. Who's the Night King?
Yeah,
I think that Kylo and Rey will be together.
like
They're gonna be together, like a couple.
Wouldn't surprise me, and I would be okay
It just
with
feels
it.
like it's working towards that.
I like Kylo's dynamic, especially in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I like his character development a lot, but we'll
They're
see.
playing it way too safe.
They really are, and it's because the fucking internet collapsed in on itself. Yeah.
That movie came out and they were like, more.
They went full fucking roach.
Some of the
Space
reactions,
roach.
I was like, some of the reactions made me think, did we all collectively watch the same film?
Oh yeah, for real. And I'll still argue with people to this day about it.
It was
liked
good.
Them all. Everything I've seen, I liked it. I mean, it's Star Wars.
I mean, to me, Luke's whole moment in Last Jedi was like, even though it wasn't
beast mode.
It wasn't this big explosive battle, but it was something even greater. He was such a powerful Jedi that he fought Kylo Ren with his fucking mind.
Look, dude,
across the galaxy.
People need to shut the fuck up and be happy.
How do you top something like that? Something so subtle but yet so profound. If you've been following the whole concept of the Jedi,
people need to shut the fuck up and be happy. You're lucky that there's even a goddamn Star Wars movie to watch. Okay, you know what I'm saying? George Lucas couldn't handle the backlash. He wasn't gonna make it anymore. He's like, fuck this. I'm done with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Disney bought it, and now they're making more. Be happy. But no, we got to bitch about everything. Well, Solo was great.
Yeah.
But we won't get another one.
Yeah.
They got to stop. What they have to do is, like, when you put a movie out, don't read the reviews. Don't fuck it.
Yeah.
Quit worrying about that shit. Put it out. Make it, put it out.
What they need to do is they need to end, in my opinion, they need to end this saga with this next movie. And then they need to sit down in a room, if they haven't already, and they need to map out the next 10 years of Star Wars. And they need to go with it. They don't need to they need to do the same thing that Marvel is doing with their universe, with Star Wars universe.
He needs to be running this.
Yeah.
They need to let him run it. What is it? Feige?
Yeah.
He needs to run Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars needs a Feige. Whoever it is, he needs a Feige.
It's not her. She's been in the game too long. She's old school. Oh, they didn't like it. Well, fuck them.
Yeah.
Who cares? Put another one out. Keep going. The problem is it's like we didn't like this movie. It's like, yeah, but this movie builds up to the next one and the next one. Like, you don't even know the full story.
Yeah. You
got to wait for it.
So we'll see what happens, but I mean, if this next Star Wars movie comes out and it fucks everything up for me, I'm gonna lose all faith in the next fucking.
Housewife.
I just don't understand how we're this far into cinema's history, and people don't understand that the second movie if a franchise is hopped up enough to the point where the audience knows that there's gonna be at least 3 movies here, why do people still shit the bed over the first sequel, the middle movie, having the plot holes, ending on cliffhangers, having all of these unanswered questions when it's over, when they know that it's gonna be resolved in it's gonna resolve itself.
Yeah. Well, and you would think that this Marvel generation, and that's what I'm going to call it, this Marvel generation, you would think that this Marvel generation would be able to understand that and be able to roll with that. You know, and I understand that Star Wars is its own separate beast, you know,
But they all still work within the same parameters of movie making and world building and how you get these stories put on the screen.
Exactly. So,
because I mean, I thought Last Jedi left great questions to anticipate in a sequel.
yeah.
Why is Snoke dead? What's going to become of Snoke's plot? Did they genuinely think, regardless of whether Johnson was going to carry on or J.J. Abrams or whoever was going to be in the director's chair for this, did they really think that they were going to go 2 films dealing with Snoke to kill him off and let that be it without revealing motive, without revealing who or what the fuck he even is?
But what people gotta realize is when someone dies, another motherfucker shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger and badder.
Even though Snoke died on screen in Last Jedi, I still think there's so much more to that character that we're gonna find out in Rise of Skywalker, you know?
Yeah, I agree. So, I mean, whenever Star Wars comes out, I'm going to go to the movies to see it. And we should do like we did for Last Jedi. We should go to the movies like we did for Endgame and do our review on it and say our piece with this fucking saga. If they decide to end it there. I don't think that they will.
No.
But
I think they'll end it in regards to the story of Luke and what started with the rise of Vader and his subsequent fall. I think that's going to be concluded. But it's going to be left open-ended for Rey and whoever survives this movie.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, Rey doesn't need the Force. She's got something stronger than the Force, and it's called plot armor.
Yeah. Well, she's a woman too, so.
I mean, she's been distributed as the new face of Star Wars, woman or not, and I mean, she's got that shit on in layers,
plot
man.
Armor.
Like there's no fucking dime. No, dude.
But that would be so badass if they killed her. Oh my god, that would be fucking amazing.
If they kill her, it'll fucking throw a wrench in the gear wheel. That's for sure. Like,
well, I mean, if they, because I believe Griffin called this shit in our not anticipation, but back when we when Force Awakens had come out and we were just talking about Star Wars in general. I'm still kind of banking on Griffin's theory coming to fruition. I think by the end of this movie, there's going to be that moment where maybe Kylo Ren redeems himself, but Rey has fallen to the dark side, and there's some sort of reversal of the roles per se.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could happen.
Well, it would be bittersweet. It would be very bittersweet to see Kylo Ren finally, succumb to the light side.
No,
but it's too late, and Rey has already fell with him.
No, she's bad, and he's got to kill her.
Yeah. Well, and another thing
They'll never do that.
Well, another thing to think about too is what if we're going under the assumption that the Emperor's still alive, what if the Emperor kills Rey and that causes fucking Kylo
to switch?
Well, not to switch, but just to fucking end everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it makes him flip out enough where he kills the Emperor and possibly even kills himself in the process of doing that to truly rid the fucking universe of fucking Jedi and the Force and everything else because the books are gone. Luke is gone. There's nobody else if the Emperor is the last person alive. And if he wants to fulfill his mission, whether it puts him on the light side or the dark side, he'll kill everybody. And that's the dynamic of his character.
It would be
I
interesting.
mean, he killed his dad.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if you found out Rey was some sort of experiment the Emperor was doing with the Force.
He made a Force baby?
Well, one theory I saw online was that, okay, it kind of plays off the Plagueis theory, but it's not that Plagueis is alive or anything. Like, Palpatine killed him. But like, in a way, Plagueis is like, in his name is the word fucking plague. So you treat his character like a disease. He's more or less Voldemorting into bodies. Like, when Palpatine killed Plagueis, or so we're told in Revenge of the Sith, when he kills Plagueis, Plagueis space aids into Palpatine.
Ooh.
And that's why Palpatine has been wanting these apprentices throughout the saga, because he's looking for the next host.
Right.
I mean, it kind of shits on the narrative of the Sith, but it would make sense that the rule of two has been held by that one guy since the Old Republic, and it's not because so there could be tons of Sith Lords, it's so he could be the one Sith Lord and just keep his throne by grooming the next body to inhabit.
Right. Well, and if Rey takes the Emperor out, and that is what's happening, and she gets the space aids, then Kylo has no option than to destroy Rey and the space aids. Which means if he kills Rey and he gets space aids, then he'll have to kill himself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would still, like, because I feel like part of the grooming process is obviously getting a Force wielder to be able to succumb to the dark side. Once they're in the dark side, that's like, that's like fluffing the pillow. Like, you're fucking ready to get the space funk,
Right.
I mean, I don't know. That would cheapen some. It's really hard to guess what the fuck is really going on.
Yeah.
Because while some of the ideas sound good, I guess with any of these type of more fantastical ideas for these movies, man, it's always given with that one little camp factor that it could be stupid as shit. I mean, it's really down to the talent of these fucking directors, man.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
because when you like, if you were to shorthand the plot, if you were to summarize the plot to Endgame in like 2 sentences, it sounds stupid as fuck, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hold my reservations on Star Wars until this next movie comes out. But whatever comes of it, I'll have something to say for sure.
That comes out December 20th.
Yeah, and I'm ready for it. You know what comes out before then, though?
What?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Ooh.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah. But that's all I got, guys. I mean,
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
We fucking speculated. We gave our ideas out to the universe. Yeah. If they still, any of all this is copywritten, by the way.
Yeah.
So if anybody does any of this in any of these films,
Pay
we
me.
deserve a cut. I'm
We
not
deserve
talking about
new microphones.
well, not just that, but I want to go to the set.
You want to stand on the Falcon and cry?
Yeah, I want to stand
Falcon
on the
selfies.
I want to fucking go to the next fucking whatever Avengers set and be sworn to
Rub your
secrecy.
balls on something. Sign an NDA.
I just
Yeah.
want a fucking R2D2 Roomba. I'm good.
I mean, we can make it happen, man. I
I
know
can
a
talk
room.
to it. I can talk to it, and it can be all
I
back
can
to me, and I'm
guarantee
like,
you
"Oh,
something right now. They're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah,
They're gonna fuck it up.
yeah.
That's it.
But
I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it, but they're gonna fuck it up.
well, that's what you get for listening.
They've already proved to us that they're gonna fuck it up just by being like, oh, they didn't like it. We'll change everything.
Yeah,
They're gonna fuck it up.
they are. But all we can do is just fucking
Kick back and watch.
watch the train wreck happen. And then when
Love it.
everybody online actually, when they finally start bitching, like,
No,
well, then we'll be there to say, well, guess who told you so?
no, but
Real
when
estate.
Disney's like, guess what? We're not gonna make any more Star Wars movies because y'all don't like them.
Yeah,
So fuck you. We'll just make Avengers movies, and
yeah.
whose fault is that?
we'll
But
just
they-
make Crawl 6
Yeah,
for y'all."
Yeah.
Crawl's gonna get a sequel.
For
Bet
sure.
your ass. Crawl
For
is gonna make
sure.
all the money.
Yeah.
It's gonna make Fast and
Man,
Furious money.
This new movie called Crouch is coming out, and it's dealing with the farmer from Crawl. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
And you gotta
man.
crouch. That's the thing. If you crouch, they can't see you.
But yeah, it's at least one thing Disney's doing right is Marvel. I will say that.
Nah, I feel like that's largely in part that I feel like the business relationship between Marvel and Disney, since they're both already I wouldn't call
Household
it wholesome,
names.
but Marvel has a similar standard that Disney follows. They still have the kid demographic in mind with their product.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's an easy relationship where Disney's like, here's our guideline for you in your movies. Here's what you can do. Here's what you can't do. Here's what we have our standard procedures here.
Here's the
And
toys
Marvel's
that we
like, well,
want to make.
And Marvel's like, well, that's cool. Half of that's already on our fucking agenda. Leave us the fuck alone. Let us make our movies. Disney's like 10-4.
Yeah.
Star Wars doesn't have somebody to put their neck on the line.
Well,
That bitch is so worried about keeping her job that she's not gonna put her neck out for something.
yeah, for real.
That's the problem.
Yeah, they need to really.
Kevin Feige knew probably 10 years ago what Endgame. You know what I mean? They already know what's going on. They already know what they're gonna do. It might change over time a little, but they knew years ago. He's like, no. Let's keep going. We got this. Don't. They didn't like that last Iron Man movie. Well, it don't matter. You just let's keep going.
I'm almost more excited for, honestly, the Mandalorian than I really am Rise of Skywalker. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to start seeing more of the nook and crannies of the galaxy.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I want that new.
And that's why I said I want both. I want something new. I want something that takes place, in the past, and I want something that takes place in the future that doesn't have anything to do with any of these characters that's already been established, man. I'm not saying the
fucking big universe.
Because when you think about the Star Wars universe and you think about how I guess you would call it the present time in Star Wars, like the current timeline, I guess.
Yeah.
The Old Republic is just another way of saying that was just medieval galaxy far away.
Yeah, exactly. Game of Thrones of fucking Star Wars.
And you can treat you could, oddly enough, you could make period pieces set in this fictional universe.
Yeah. And people would be okay with it.
Oh man, because it's so massive.
Yeah.
It's so fucking massive, man.
But they won't The only way we're going to get that is from television or animated or books or comics or they're afraid. I swear, I've said this since fucking the start of it. If they would go the same route, minus the nudity and the, language, but if they went the route of Game of Thrones within the Star Wars universe, pre Skywalker, it would be one of the greatest fucking
It
television
would
shows
kill.
ever made. Ever.
What period again?
Pre Skywalker, Old Republic.
Oh, it would
Oh my
be
God, dude.
phenomenal.
Yes, it would be the greatest fucking television show ever made. If they went as deep and in depth as Game of Thrones has went, make it that make it almost use it as a blueprint. No, I'm not saying White Walkers, zombies in fucking space, but I'm saying use the conflicts, use the
Yeah, the
Jedi,
meetings, the talking, the plotting, the
yes,
Use the fact that you can have large scale battle sequences between Jedi and Sith and fucking use it and have a
exactly.
damn good build up
dude,
to
that would
it.
be so fucking good.
Yeah,
I was just sitting here thinking about them, like coming in and talking,
I
having
mean,
their little councils, their meetings, plotting.
yeah,
Seasons. I would
well, I
watch
mean, dude,
fucking 9 seasons of that shit.
and then it builds up to, like, for instance, it builds up to like a sequence we get with the fucking launch trailer for the Old Republic MMO years ago, where that fucking carrier lands, and when the thing opens up, all you see is just a fuck ton of red sabers go off, and then suddenly just Sith are swarming this goddamn building,
yeah.
and then it's just an all out fucking just
God damn it. I
dogfight
hope they do
between
that.
Jedi and them. You know, that would be
so
amazing.
good.
It really would. But are
Like
they willing?
fucking people, like people force like throwing swats of the force at each other. People getting knocked the fuck all over the place.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Were
With
they-
their streaming service, more's to come with that streaming service.
Yeah.
See, they don't
I
want to
know.
make nothing like that now because they don't have a channel they can put it on.
Yeah.
When they get the streaming service, that's going to be different.
Yeah.
But that would be awesome.
All they've got to do is call it the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's it.
Old Republic, Old Republic,
And
Old
I
Republic.
feel,
Yeah,
and I feel like, because I mean, dude, can we equally agree that that last sequence of Rogue One, when Vader straight rips that rebel ship apart, that was fucking
tasty.
like magnifique, dude.
Well, realistically, you can take almost that entire movie of Rogue One and you can use that within within that television world because we've got people that are going to infiltrate this place and you could stretch it out. Oh, we've got an insider. You remember that movie with Tom Cruise, Valkyrie?
Yep.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got spies here. You got people here. You got people doing this. They're going to try to steal the codes. They're going to do this. They're going to do that.
That's a
We've
show.
got
That's a TV show.
Exactly. You've got stormtroopers everywhere over here. You got the Jedi Council over here trying to help out. You've got the damn Palpatine, the Senate, and all this stuff going on. You got people making decisions. Just fucking do it.
That's
You
Game
know
of Thrones as fuck, dude.
exactly. You got everybody's playing everybody. Everybody's out to win something, out to get something. And if they don't do it, they're fucking up, man.
You need to write them you need to write an essay.
It wouldn't do any good, but I would. I really would, because that's something I've always wanted. Game of Thrones started 8 years ago, and I've always said 8 years ago to now, if Star Wars would adapt something like this in their universe, minus the nudity, minus the
Yeah,
language,
we
and
don't
the
have to have
gore,
that.
it would be the greatest TV ever.
I want it.
Yeah, me too. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
You heard it here first.
If it happens, I'm suing somebody.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I'll be happy as fuck if they do something like that. I'll be super fucking happy. And I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna support the Disney because I think I'm gonna watch Mandalorian
Yeah.
because that's one step closer to it, and I'm hoping. I really do hope that maybe one day we'll get what we want.
I'm gonna get that streaming service.
Yeah, it's
I'm
happening.
gonna support it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go online and review the Mandalorian, review it wherever I can.
yeah.
Because there's gonna be those people like, this is shit.
Of course
It's
they
like,
are.
who the fuck are you?
Some fucking mouth breather,
Yeah.
knuckle dragger in their basement.
This is fucking Wampa One said.
The
Chick
fuck
Magnet,
was that?
Chick Magnet Wampa One. Was that his name?
Yeah. And I quote, Jay Silent Bob are fucking clown shoes. I'd beat the shit out of them if I saw them in person.
All of you motherfuckers are gonna die.
All right, guys, I gotta
Let's
fucking
shut
go
it
to
down.
bed.
We podcasted as long as the movie.
Dude, we ranted for a minute there about fucking Star Wars.
Yeah,
I'm
y'all got
passionate about
mad.
it, people. I know, right?
I was over here like, let's can't we all just get along?
We're gonna get a bunch of angry emails at them. But you know what?
Fuck them.
Who gives a fuck?
You cooties.
Y'all
All right, guys. What are we watching next week? I don't
want to do
we
Glass?
don't know, right? Glass? Okay, yeah. That's right.
Dude, I think
good?
I liked it.
Can you drop
I'm
a
gonna,
pre-star?
Yeah, I dropped a pre-star last week.
I
I'll
thought you
drop
did, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, a full star. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna try to get Marina to watch Unbreakable with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna rewatch Class after Unbreakable because I've got Unbreakable, but I haven't watched it in
Been
a
a
while.
minute.
Yeah, it's been a fucking
A
long
hot
time.
minute.
Yeah,
It's been acres.
It's been acres. Yeah, it's been a fortnight since I watched it. But yeah, man, people bitched about that movie for the same reason that they bitched about The Last Jedi. It didn't go the way they wanted it to. That's all I'm gonna say.
Write a movie then.
Exactly.
Yeah, get off your lazy ass and do something.
Yeah.
You fuck. You fucking fuck.
You heard it here first.
BBR.
Yeah. Look at this swab motherfucker right here. Old Ben. All right, I'm going to bed.
All right, guys. Glass next week. Keep it real.